Yeah. What's going on, man? What's poppin'?
What up?
How y'all feel? What's the deal?
What up?
Another great episode of Breaking News. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Going through these YouTube streets, I'm seeing some things. I'm hearing some things. The energy is definitely shifted. Oh, man. You guys are not in control of the board. And it's killing them. It's killing them. I love it. I love it. So we got a lot to talk about on this episode. This is going to be a fun one, man. I dropped the link out there early on this one. And we can all have a good time, chop it up, compare notes, see what you heard, what I heard. See who is who, what is what do you really believe in regards to these rumors when it comes to pound for pound king #1 fighter in the world, Terence Bud Crawford. Straight out of Omaha. Oh, yeah, man. It's going to be a good one, all right? So I'm going to drop the link out there early. We're going to kick back. We're going to have a good time. Smash the like button on the way into the room. It really helps with the visibility of the show. I promise I'm not just saying that. YouTube, I see it. A lot of times my video is one of the ones that pop up. People's like, yeah, man, yours is one of the first ones on the screen. That's why I picked yours, and I like the thumbnail. So, yeah, it's not cap. Yeah, you guys smashing the like button really helps with the visibility of the show. So let's run this 5-minute intro. Give me 5 minutes. Pour me up one. Ice water. It's going to be ice water. You drink what you want to drink. All right? It's not my business. I ain't judging you. You ain't on trial. You can twist up one of them long guys if you want to. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. So give me 5 minutes. Let me drop the link out there early so we can get this room populated as well. So it's your man Martin that's Breaking Beats. We got a good one playing for you. Let's get it.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I awake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your area. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas,
You and your standards. You and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers. Going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged. Stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, bitch, I quit. You ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real. But I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad side.
Damn it, man. I got to go to the car and get my glasses. I ain't going to run the whole intro, but y'all give me one quick second. Let me run to the car and get my glasses so I can read this chat on y'all crazy asses. Give me 1 second. Damn.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I awake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
This that squad side.
What up, 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 though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what it is. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why. Life is serious enough. All right, life getting serious in boxing, as usual, per usual. We're going to talk all about it. I'm going to do an open panel on this one, talk a little trash with y'all for as long as we are here. Before I proceed to give you what you need, let me do my neighbors only roll call. Because without the neighbors, we will not be here at this level. We just crossed over another milestone, ladies and gentlemen. We just hit 17K. Had to put the work in. Excuse me. Had to put the work in. So that's why I was off these last couple of days. I was like, man, we too close to this milestone, man. Let me put some work in on the channel and grind it out a little bit. See if we can get over this threshold this week before I take my vacation. And sure enough, shout out to all the new people who are now part of this beautiful neighborhood over here. Thank you so much for supporting the show in a major way. But I would not be there and would not be here if it wasn't for all the members. So without further ado, let's get these neighbors. That's what we like to call them. We don't call them members. They neighbors. You are my neighbor. So without further ado, let's give everybody a little token of our appreciation. And it go a little something like this.
What up?
Little something like this.
What up, gangsta?
Let's take it from the top. If you're trying to become a member to the neighborhood, let me drop the link out there, let you know. This is all you got to do. Click this link right here. And for a small fee, very small fee, very affordable. You'll forget you even pay it, man. It's $2.99 for the entry level. And we got something on every level for something for everybody, whether it's friends and family or if you want to become an architect. But thank you so much for supporting the show in a major way. Let me give you guys, and gals, a shout out. And it go a little something like this. Todd DeSantis, my boy T.Y. Stay Fly.
What up?
Big Hova, I thought I told you.
What up?
And Conquest, they the best.
What up?
I am Cam Melwer, excuse me.
What up?
Deuce.
What up?
Is that Stephen Brimley? Unbiased fan Brim Reaper. What up, though?
What up, gangsta?
And shout out to Cam Melwer. He got a dope channel over there. It's Boxing and You. He's the co-host over there, so y'all make sure y'all check him out. Tell him Mark Nash sent you.
What up?
Mike James 616, he back in the mix.
What up?
Johnny Goodman, what's up, man?
What up?
Stone Tangerine, stay mean.
What up?
Shout out to Megazar, just celebrated a birthday, I believe, yesterday. So shout out to my guy Megazar. Happy birthday to you, sir.
What up, gangsta?
Ace Retro, let's go.
What up?
Ill Status Boxing, what's popping?
What up?
Patricia Shelton,
What
that
up?
guy Eclipse 330 early.
What up?
Stephen Bateman, all the way in Australia. Shout out to Sydney and Melbourne and all everybody in Australia. Shout out to Australia.
What up, gangsta?
I know boxing.
What up?
Ricardo Johnson,
What up?
Wanda Villadorilla, aka Epoxy Magic.
What up?
My boy AJ don't play.
What up?
Electro Jazz, they getting this bread.
What up?
Miguel Ramos
What up?
on the mic with Terence Bailey Sr.
What up?
Terrence Bailey be sending me some wild shit on Instagram. I'm about to block you, Terrence Bailey. You crazy as hell. I'm joking though.
What up?
A little bit. The XO Factory,
What up?
Dub Brightside,
What up?
Mr. Golden State Holding, aka the Back End King,
What up?
Raheem the Dream Soto,
What up?
my boy Like That, aka LD, and he just like that.
What up, gangsta?
Girl behind the mic, aka Memory. Shout out to my sister Memo.
What up?
John Nori came to tell his story.
What up?
Major Key Boxing, what's popping?
What up?
Cooking with the champ, aka Champion Heart.
What up?
On the floor with Shelton Moore,
What up?
SLG,
What up?
Sam F,
What up?
Kendall,
What up?
D-Lo 404 Boxing, what's popping?
What up?
Shout out to Karma Serene with the Serene Saturdays. Peace to you, ma'am.
What up, gangsta?
My sister Nikki from Central Florida, aka Nick Rich in this bitch. Nigga. Shout out to Nikki.
What up?
Aaron Parker, the big talker.
What up?
Taylor Bell with TapTech, unlocksim.com. Unlock your next device today. Shout out to Taylor Bell, too. I saw that video you did on Instagram when you did those edits to the Young Dog video. You're getting kind of fire with that, sir. Like that.
What up, gangsta?
Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another all the way in Canada. Shout out to Canada.
What up?
Fistiana Fights. She just might.
What up?
Jacob Sims, that's him.
What up?
Haplo, let's go.
What up?
DJ MFB, that's my boy Mike from Boston. Shout out to Boston.
What up?
Miss Queen Sun Kiss, and yes, she was kissed by the sun, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, gangsta?
Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire, that's 9-time champion Nonito on his way to the Hall of Fame, and we're going to walk with him and Rachel every step of the way.
What up?
True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's my guy, Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach?
What up, gangsta?
My boy Piero.
What up?
Food Revolution, a.k.a. Foodie with the beauty, badass blonde.
What up?
Peace to you.
What up, gangsta?
KP from KC5.
What up?
Matt Wade got a dope single out called Papa Daddy. Y'all check him out.
What up?
Beyond Above Media.
What up?
Pittsburgh T, a.k.a. Mark. That's not true.
What up?
SF City Slicker.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Here to There.
What up?
Matty Yoel.
What
Cliff
up?
Bailey.
What
Con
up?
Shawnery.
What up?
Lisa Bell, She Never Fails.
What up, gangsta?
H.L. Deezy.
What up?
Cooking with Sir Senior.
What up?
D. Bevel, the champ.
What
And
up?
of course, the big fish himself, my good brother, Dare Lincoln.
What up, gangsta?
Yeah, man, we in this bit. All right. Make sure I got the link out there. I'm going to pin the link at the top so I don't have to keep dropping the link all night. And I don't want people to ask me all night, Mark, what's up with the link, homie? Where the link at? Man, the link is at the top. The link is at the top. So let me make sure I got the link pinned to the top so I don't have to drop the link all night. I don't even like the way that sounds. Drop the link. I ain't dropping nothing. Pause. All right, let me tag the link at the top. Let me pin the link at the top for real though. All right, so we got to get into it, man. We got to get into it. Got some audio from Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellaby talking about Terence Crawford. Said Terence Crawford should not limit himself. He kind of was killing my boy Steven Stone Cold Nelson right here. It was like shots fired, nigga. Shots fired. Like damn. Shots fired. They was like Steven Stone Cold Nelson. Leonard Ellaby was like, who? Huh?
Never heard of it.
I want to hear that.
Hey, Ellaby kind of went in a little bit. So let me plug this device in. Plug this in so y'all can hear what he said. And I'll definitely open the phone lines up after this. You want to pull up, talk some shit, that's cool too, but I'm gonna definitely open the phone lines after this. So I want y'all to hear what Leonard Ellaby says. Now, this is not the 180 thing. We're gonna get into that part too. I don't want to bury the lead. So we're definitely gonna talk about that. Terence Crawford and this 180 pounds. Y'all heard about that shit? Terence Crawford said he out here weighing 180.
I want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that. Like, damn, bro, is it 180 for real? Shit. All right, we'll talk about it. Without further ado, let me play this first clip while I cue up my graphics. Y'all know I like to have some graphics on the screen. I don't just sit here and talk to y'all with a thumbnail like this normally. So I got to give you guys some little graphics up here. Keep you entertained, keep your eyes moving. Let's play this clip, courtesy of Fight Hype. Shout out to my guy Shawn Zettel and all the good people at Fight Hype doing good work out there. Every time I see them at the fights and on press row, they always show me so much love. I appreciate them.
Now, just switching gears, just after the welterweight division with Spence and Crawford going on, I know you've always been big on Jerron Boots Ennis. You know, I mean, I actually sent recently the video to the team, so I sent it out. So, you know, they always post clips and stuff. Yeah. But just why are you so high on Jerron? I'm just curious on a.
He talking about Boots, and I'm gonna fast forward right through that. And that's not Shawn Zettel. I don't know who this voice is.
And the proof is in the pudding on what we do over here.
Okay, so basically he's just saying we like Boots Ennis. We want him to work with us, but he's already with somebody. We don't want to violate the Ali Act, so we're not gonna pursue Boots Ennis. Q the guard, what up, fam? Let me see who out there. Foodie with the beauty, the badass blonde in the building. Next Gen, what up? I see you. Yeah, man, it's been a little minute, man. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left y'all. Shouldn't have left you without a hot show to step to. Yeah, man. Last episode was a long-ass episode. I figure y'all can watch that one twice between now and then. But I was dropping content. It was just I was dropping YouTube shorts. That's what I've been doing the last couple days. And it worked. You see, we just hit 17K. Told y'all, man. I'll be telling y'all what to do to grow these channels, man. Y'all don't be listening and shit. All right. I follow my own advice, too, sometimes. All right, let's go.
Make stars. And he's a boxing star, but we could take him to a much higher level. But again,
he's talking
he's
about
already working with somebody, and I don't want to, violate any of that stuff. Much respect for his team, Pops, and everybody. But if they're ever free and they looking to go to the next.
Let me fast forward. He basically talking about Boots. If y'all ever free, y'all looking to, hey, you tired of all in the videos? Come to Mayweather Promotions. Well, we really gonna get all in your videos and on your ring walk. And we're gonna pull up in your corner while you trying to fight. Yo, man, Floyd be all in the damn corner, bro. He be in the corner while they fighting. All right, let's play some more of this.
All the stuff with Bomac and over there, and the rumors of Stevenson saying it has to be at 147, and
Watch this. Say that last part.
Steven Nelson.
Watch this. He said, say that last part. See, that's why I think Leonard Ellaby is trolling too. Leonard Ellaby is like, who? Huh?
It never heard of
He
it.
said all of that when the guy repeats. He's like, well, Bud has business people that's working for him, so I don't know that guy. Like, damn, he doing Steven Nelson dirty. All right, let's go.
Oh,
Watch
all the stuff with Bomac and over there, and then the rumors of Steven saying it has to be at 147, and
Say that last part.
Steven Nelson. Oh, not saying on behalf, like I guess.
Steven Nelson.
Yeah, his.
Who was that?
He's someone in his camp. His sparring partner.
Yo, he was like, who is that? I don't know, never heard of him.
It never heard of it.
That junk was funny, bro. My man was like, who? What? Who? Say that last part again. Like, come on, Ellaby, you ain't got to do all of that, bro. You ain't got to do all of that. You know what I mean? But he did it, though. He did it. Let's hear it one more time, then we move forward.
Saying it has to be at 147, and
Say that last part.
Steven Nelson.
Who?
Oh, not saying on behalf, like I guess.
Steven Nelson.
Yeah, his.
Who was that?
Who is that?
He's someone in his camp.
Someone in his camp.
His sparring partner, someone who's like
For who?
Terence
For
Crawford.
he says far part
I
of
never heard of whoever Steven Nelson is. I don't know.
So
He said, "I
he
don't
made
know.
a statement
I
on
don't
Twitter,
know."
kind of saying
Damn,
that
Leonard.
they prefer to have the fight at 147. Kind of saying that
Oh, so he speaks for Bud, whoever this person is.
See,
he made a statement.
See, he know who he was. See, Leonard, one of those dudes, he asked you some shit that he know the answer to. I met Leonard a couple times. Leonard, he's not that same humble Leonard that we met years ago who had the bad hairline. You know what I'm saying? He's not that Leonard no more. Leonard Ellaby has came all the way into himself. He is the boss, and he knows it. He was like, who? What? He speaks for Bud now?
So it's someone in his camp kind of saying that they prefer to have the fight at 147. Kind of saying that
so he speaks for Bud, whoever this person is.
He made a statement.
Oh, okay.
So it's someone.
See, he didn't have to say whoever this person is. We already told you who the person is. We already told you who the person is. So him saying that it's intentional. He's been very intentional with his words. I will say that.
In his camp, sparring partner. He made his outfit design. So it's very, very close. Like a very, very close. I don't want to.
Again, I don't know who this person is, but Bud has business people. And
you heard him. He said, I don't know who this person is, but Bud has business people. And he's correct. Terence Bud Crawford does have business people. I get him. I get it. But Leonard, come on, Leonard. You know.
Knowledge. And I don't even know who this person is, but I don't have any of the details that I could talk about.
Fair. But if just seeing the tweets that Terence put out saying that I'm not want to fight Keith Thurman, I don't want to fight Danny, are those kind of mistakes putting those type of tweets out?
Well, from a standpoint of, see, I happen to know a lot more. And I don't want to be critical, but you just should never say what you're never going to do. You just probably shouldn't. That's probably not smart to do that. You have one thing about him being, top guy. He has options, but sometimes your options aren't what you kind of think.
What is Leonard Ellaby talking about? What is he talking about? Does he know something we don't know? He said, yeah, you got options. He the top guy, but sometimes your options aren't what you think. Does Leonard know something we don't know? He's either going to continue on and Leonard Ellaby going to say, I know some things about that, but I ain't going to speak on it. Let's hear it.
This is not applying, I'm not applying that to what he's saying, but I'm just saying that you want to keep all your options open, because sometimes that you might put your eggs in the basket here and then somehow, whatever, that might not work out. Injuries happen. A lot of different things come up, you know, when you're trying to plan and make fights. They somehow that they don't come to fruition.
You know, just my final last two questions. Just the whole aspect of, I know the fans might take certain tweets that he put out about, PBC specifically, kind of like on the other side of the street. I went and, but he's essentially on the side of the street to make the fight. He's still a PBC fighter and all these types of things. Do you think fans, when they look into the fact that Terence, who was predominantly built off Top Rank, still a PBC fighter in this aspect, that
this interview was terrible, man. With
his made here, and he still has to fight obligated to
Well, I think Bud is a very straightforward guy, and I actually kind of like the version of him that I see now. Just talking.
Yeah, see, Leonard got a big smile on his face now. He was like, I actually like this version of him. I'm saying, yeah, Leonard liked this version of Bud talking this shit. It sounds very familiar to Leonard, I'm sure. I'm very sure it sounds very familiar to him. Another guy was a top dog, and he started flexing his top dog position as well. Leonard's seen it several times.
He's probably, a lot more comfortable than he was in the past. But if he's honest, if he's being honest, I think that he knows that he should have been working with, PBC. I mean, that's fair.
You think that was like more towards the fighters opposed to the idea of just,
I don't know why he didn't work, what decision. I don't even know who his manager was at that time, but that's water under the bridge.
Yep.
Bro, you knew who his people was. Why Leonard Ellaby? Yo, Leonard Ellaby is with Mayweather Promotions, PBC, Showtime, Al Hammond. Ain't a lot that goes on in boxing that they don't know about. And when I mean know about, I mean as far as who manages who's with who. Like, these guys be knowing, man. They know.
He came over and
boxing is small. If I know, I'm sure they know.
He had a big fight, in front of him, and he executed and did his thing. And that was the ultimate respect for him, what he did and what he's moving forward. I'm a fan.
My last thing, I know that you have a relationship with Broner and coming up with Mike Stafford. I know that recently passed, and he went on with like boozing, talked emotionally about how important that was for him to have a father figure trainer like that. What just the whole Mike Stafford and
Mike was a good dude. He did a lot for AB and all those guys. It's a whole group of guys. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Robert used to rush you one, all of them.
He's done it for Mike was a good dude.
Rest in peace to Mike Stafford, man. Wrong button. I want to know what y'all think about what Leonard Ellaby had to say. They call him Smeller B in the chat. Y'all, wow. Let me put this tweet up on the screen. This tweet was put out by Pound for Pound King #1 fighter in the world, Terence Bud Crawford. And oh man, them Spence fans start hitting that damn live button. Boy, they couldn't wait. Oh, now he want to go up to heavyweight. What y'all niggas crying about for now? Don't worry, y'all ain't gonna go see him anyway. Y'all didn't go to the first Spence Crawford fight. Y'all ain't gonna go to the second one anyway. I know niggas like y'all my whole life. Bunch of talk, no walk. Here we go. So Terence Crawford put this up about 5 hours ago. Well, the one that was 12 hours ago, that was earlier today, this afternoon. 180. Ooh wee. 168. Not too far out of reach. I'm moving up to heavyweight. I'm lifting weights now. Y'all really gonna be mad. Uh-oh. Not me. Do what you do, bud. Do what you do. Terence Crawford said it best when he said this. Do I got the clip still? I never heard of wrong button. Here we go.
We're not gonna.
Where I am at in my career right now, I didn't fall my ass off to get to where I am, and I deserve to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Could do whatever you want to do. Now, here's some information that some people probably don't know, probably don't care about, but I think it's important to know. Let me go to Instagram and give you guys a little bit of information. Some of you guys probably know this because you keep up. Oh, hold on, what Devin talking about? Let me see this. That's Devin Haney. He's Devin Haney said he looking out. He's trying to find businesses, talents. He's like, whatever you got. He said, I don't care if you got a. Let me see. Let me share the screen. Shout out to Devin Haney. I remember when he put this out yesterday. Everybody was tagging on it. The post. They was like, he must have got tagged. I mean, got hacked. It was like somebody don't hack Haney. Somebody don't hack Haney. But evidently he hasn't been hacked, and it's really him.
Wherever you at, tag him below. Let's get to work. PSA, Devin the Dream Haney. First off, Devin the Dream Haney. Any up and coming artists, businesses, whatever you got, Telegram, distros, whatever, tag me below. I'm building a strong team. So I don't care what city, what state, wherever you at, tag me below. Let's get to work.
All
PSA,
right.
Devin the Dream Haney. First off.
All right. So tag Devin Haney, man. If you got some business going on, make sure you tag Devin Haney. All right, let's do this. My bad, I hit the wrong button. I got you. And this is what I think people don't understand what's about to happen. Let me see, where is it at? It's about 30 weeks ago. Here we go. Let me share the screen again. 30 weeks ago, this was posted on Instagram. And this is what's going to happen on October the 9th through October the 13th. Do y'all see this? Do you know what I mean when I say these things? What does this say, ladies and gentlemen? The WBO Congress 36, Punta Cana. They having a convention, man. They're having that convention.
What the hell is going on?
And as we reported, I believe, what was my last video live stream? Was Sunday, right? Oscar De La Hoya said on Sunday, he said, in October, we're going to find out what Terence Crawford wants to do next. What is Terence Crawford going to do next? Is he going to exercise his super champ status and tell the WBO, hey, look, I'm going up to 168. Whoever got it up there, that's what I want. That's what I want to see. By October the 9th, we will know who won September the 30th against Charlo, Canelo. We'll talk about that too. Shortly after this. I was like, where the buzz at? Where the buzz at? I ain't gonna really hear a lot of people talking about it. Of course, I know people are talking about it, but it's not like, it's not a lot. I hear people talking about Canelo and Charlo fighting Crawford more than anything, but let me not stray away from what I came to say. This WBO convention is going down October the 9th through the 13th. That's when these guys gonna meet. They're gonna give out the super champ ring. I think T.O.'s gonna get his super champ ring and everything because they elevate him super champ. So they're gonna do a ring presentation for him. Crawford already got 2 super champ rings from 40 and 47. But I think we're gonna find out what is next for Terence Crawford on this day, somewhere during this 4-day weekend right here. Well, this week right here. So interested in what you guys think is going on with that. Is he going? I think he's trolling with the 180, with the going to heavyweight. But I definitely don't think he's trolling with the 180 because a lot of times these guys put on weight, train hard. Because I think I was talking to Rachel one night and she was like, yeah, motherfucker, go in there and you'll lose 10, 15 pounds during the fight. All right. And she's right. You're definitely losing weight during the fight. So I'm interested in what you all have to say about this upcoming fight. I'll tell you after the call. 410, you got the flow. Tell them your name, where you from, family.
What's up, Martin? It's Jerry from B-Mo. Where's the
Jerry.
Big Bird?
Word to Big Bird. Jerry from B More. Silence.
Silence. Silence.
Talk to me, man. What's your take on this topic? You got the floor.
Well, on this particular topic, yeah, that's just Bud getting a little out of shape after his big fight, because if he ever does land a Canelo fight, he don't dare come in that ring 1 pound over 160. If he does, and he don't need to be no heavier than that. He's not gonna, he don't need to be weigh what Canelo weighs. What he's got to do, if he gets that fight, is put on a little weight, of course, but maintain his speed advantage, because that's going to be what could see him the victory in that fight. Anything over 160, I think he's leveling that playing field, and that's going to put him in. That's not a good strategy. So he's trolling, yeah, that's all it is.
So
but
you don't think he's 180
okay.
lifting weights, and he's 180 right now?
Oh,
Preparing
no,
for a weight
fuck
cut
no.
down. Preparing for a weight cut down to 168.
Nah,
Okay,
come
so
on,
he's
man.
trolling.
I mean, the guy, he's not that big. He's not that big. I mean, I could see him fighting at middleweight. I could see him campaigning at middleweight, in fact. But even there, it's going to take a little acclimation. You know, he's not going to go from 47 to 180 with muscle, you know, with weight training in that short a time. And again, you know, in my opinion, at least anyway, it would be a mistake. It would be a bad mistake for him to do that. I don't even think Charlo should try to come in too much far over 160, because the skills will pay the bills, man, and speed is a killer in boxing, and that's going to be his key to victory there, is speed. I don't think, you know, he's going to be able to match Canelo's single punch power, but it's proven he's got really good power. I just know that you know, his punches are sneaky hard, crazy, stupid hard. We've seen what they can do, and that'll translate fighting a middleweight or a super middleweight. But again, the weight, you know, that's that. But what I wanted to say, because I've been staying up waiting for your show to come on, is, you know, I just about had it with LRB's coke snorting pop commercial.
Yo,
yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Because people have been talking all day.
Allegedly.
Nah, but yeah, allegedly, right. But people have been talking about it all day, or about what he said about Tank Davis, and it's the same shit he's been saying.
What'd he say? What'd he
years.
say for the people who don't know? Elaborate.
Well, he essentially said the same shit he's been saying for 4 years, which is some bullshit, which is Tank is a big star. Now, Tank's last pay-per-view, we all know what it did. That's a big star pay-per-view. But the 4 other ones that he had prior to that were pure junk. One of them sold 50,000. The other one sold no more than 150,000. They were junk pay-per-views.
Hold on,
all the while.
Hold on, you said Tank only sold 50,000 pay-per-views. What fight was that?
I'm not sure which one.
Okay, I got to put a case on you then.
Well, you look up his pay-per-view numbers, and
they don't release
fights.
The numbers no more, Jerry.
Well, the numbers that were reported, the same ones we take into consideration when it's Canelo or anyone else. They reported them last time because they was good numbers. But then when they're not,
they
good
didn't
numbers,
report them. They
don't
didn't report them last time. They just kind of, they might have liked the tweet or the post or something, but they did. Steven Espinoza, Showtime, none of them ever actually said them out. They just said, "Hey, yeah, we did well," you know. I never heard of confirmation.
There's definitely a number that's been passed or bandied about plenty by a lot of people.
1.2,
so it had to get somebody had to tell somebody.
What I heard was 1.2,
Tank
1.4.
did not sell pay-per-views until he fought Ryan Garcia. That's a fact.
Okay.
He's not the star that they say that he is. Now, I'm a Tank Davis fan, but he's, 29 years old now? He's been in his prime for a couple years. It's time to make the fights. They got so much talent around him that they could create a golden era in the sport of boxing if they was facing each other. He's the linchpin. He's the cat. He's supposedly the cash cow.
He would be the
one
Sugar
that
Ray
can make the
Leonard
fights.
in this situation, you thinking?
He's the Ray Leonard or the Floyd Mayweather in the scenario. Any one of them guys, they don't even call him out no more because they know that it's been nothing but hand-picked opponents. And I supported Tank through that. I bought every last one of his pay-per-views. But what Ellerby was saying today is the same shit he's been saying for 4 years, which is it's got to be business. Well, look here, man. The Ryan Garcia fight is over. not Devin Haney, not Tio Lopez, none of them guys are going to sell and make the money that Ryan and Tank did. So what now? We got to sit around and watch you handpick opponents for another 4 more years. And so I was on the show earlier. Everybody was talking about it. Lots of people calling in saying the same thing I am, and a lot of Baltimore fans that are Tank Davis fans. Because like I say, I don't bought his fights, man. I want to see him fight some of these fighters and achieve greatness, and he'll get paid at the same time. But I can't keep making allowances for him, man. And people say, well, he's moving just like Canelo. Come on, man. Canelo fought Mayweather, Mosley, Cotto, Golovkin, Ariel Zanley Lara. These are Hall of Fame fighters. Tank ain't come close to fighting anyone Hall of Fame or really any of the real threats that are around him. So enough is enough. And Ellerby, you know, is just getting old, man, hearing him. And, you know, it chaps my ass because the way he's saying it is he's basically saying, look, we're going to take the least risk for whatever maximum financial gain, and fuck what you guys want, the paying public and the fans that are actually paying for this shit. Fuck what you guys want. We're going to move it this way, and that's just how we're going to do it. So I'm not supporting him no more, man, until he gets in there with someone bona fide. I'm tired of making excuses for him.
So you done supporting? You off the Tank Davis train?
Look, man, if he fights Haney, right, or if he fights Shakur Stevenson, hell, I'll settle for Gary Russell.
What
That's
about
a
Haney?
built-in
Haney's
fight.
at 140 though.
Yeah, but look, man, who we kidding? The reason they got Rolly on ice right now is what's likely going to happen. He's going to rematch Cruz, which no one is asking for, and then he's going to go to 140 and rematch Rolly Romero. That's why I think they got Romero on ice right now, because they don't want him fighting and possibly losing like he was fixing to lose his last fight. So Tank can go grab that title and another easy payday and title grab. And that's what I think is likely going to happen. But if I see different, if I see him try to make a fight with Tio Lopez or Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or even Gary Russell, right? Gary Russell is on the same promotion, and he's right in D.C. That's a built-in fight.
Gary don't fight at 130. But Gary don't fight at 135. Gary been fighting at the smaller weights, like 126, 122.
He says several times that he'll fight Tank in a heartbeat. Fight him in a heartbeat.
I mean, he was
and
talking
Gary
about
Russell is a.
He said he was gonna fight Terence Crawford at 147 too. So.
Well, that's because Gary.
He said he was gonna fight Devin at 135. I mean. Gary
well, he probably would have fought those fights if he could have got him, because that's the type of guy Gary is. But the Tank Davis fight is an easily makeable fight, and regardless if they're a weight class or two apart, that's a quality opponent. Even though they keep Gary inactive, they don't treat him right over there at the PBC. They practically ruined that man's career, in my estimation. But what I'm saying, Mark, is I would settle for that. I would settle for Gary Russell. But you got Loma. I mean, you got all these good fighters, man.
Will he get credit for Gary Russell, Jerry? Will he really get credit for Gary Russell? Because Gary Russell is just, with all due respect, he's less accomplished than Leo Santa Cruz, but he's another smaller guy that he's bringing up in weight. So if he goes in and sparks Gary Russell, people are like, of course, you're the bigger guy. You're fighting a smaller guy. And Gary Russell is past his prime right now.
Well, how much credit did he get for fighting Rolly Romero with 14 fights and hadn't beaten no one? If it's about getting credit, I mean,
fair enough.
You know, my point is, man, and Mark, I know you like to be a little contrary at times, like me, and present the other side.
I like to play the other side if ain't nobody here to defend the other
good,
side.
That's okay. But you know, man, look, I'm a Tank fan. I want to see him in some good fights, man. I'm getting tired of paying to watch $80 to watch him fight a guy you pretty much know he's going to beat, and then hear Ellerby tell us how great he is, and they're just going to keep doing the same thing. Enough is enough, man. We wouldn't give other fighters these type of allowances. I don't think he should be getting them either. He's gotten them for a long time now. He's coming off of a giant fight where he made like $30 million. Come on, man. You said you don't made all your managers talking about all this money you made and all the money you made in your last fight. How about give the fans, the people that are paying that money, one of these fights we want to see. There's just too much talent down there, you know. And if you notice, Haney and them, they don't even call him out no more. They don't even bother saying his name because they know that LRB and them just ain't gonna. They're not gonna do it. They're going to continue to look for Mexican guys so they can, you know, until they can maybe, you know. And then look, and when it comes to negotiations, look at what they put Ryan Garcia through. And that was a fighter that they were highly confident they could beat. Imagine he's negotiating with a dangerous fighter like Theo Lopez or a tricky, hard-to-beat fighter like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. Imagine what he's going to want to negotiate, how the A-side shit he's going to want to pull on them. So I just don't know, man. I'm disappointed and disgusted with him, especially.
Well, let me ask you this. At this point, Haney has a fight. Shakur has a fight. So who would you like to see Tank Davis fighting next? He's fought twice this year already. Who would you like to see him fight next? Because some of those guys already got a fight.
Right. Well, they're going to go on with their careers. They're not going to wait for him while he's doing prison stints and not fighting these guys. So you can't blame him for going on. But like I say, I would settle for Gary Russell right now as his next opponent. And then after that, you know,
Gary Russell coming off this long layoff and an injury. And he lost.
Well,
Didn't he lose to Mark? Has he fought since he lost to Mark Missel?
I don't believe so.
So you want to see the guy coming off a loss and an injury go in there and fight probably one of the best guys in the world.
Well, who else? If it's not one of the top guys and it's not a Gary Russell, who else?
That's why I'm asking
another
you.
14 fight novice.
The Leo Santa Cruz
you
rematch. That's what people say they want.
I haven't heard anybody say that. I haven't seen Santa Cruz for a minute.
Not Leo Santa Cruz. I'm sorry, Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz.
Oh, yeah, but listen, man, who you here asking for that fight? Now, me personally,
the Mexican fans
I
that
would
think he
probably
won that
watch
night.
that. I'm one of them. I thought he outdid Tank that night.
What about Frank Martin?
And well, that's a better fight. That's a better fight. It's not the top guy, but because I actually thought Frank Martin lost his last fight. To be honest with you,
He's a top 10 fighter though, right? Top five in the division.
He is. Yeah. Well, I mean, see, now you're talking, and that's what I mean when I say it's all that talent down there, not just the uber talent that's at the very top, but even the other guys like a Frank Martin and even a Gary Russell. In my estimation, these are better fighters, man. And that's what Tank needs to do. He needs to start fighting more quality fighters and not these hand-picked opponents. And his promotional people just keep telling us, they're basically saying the same thing. Don't expect these fights that you want to happen. They're basically telling you straight up that they're not going to do it. They're going to, he's a big star, yakety yak yak, and we're going to cash the biggest check for the least trouble. And that's what we're going to do. And y'all just have to support that. I wouldn't do that for no fighter. I'm not going to do it for Tank either. It's time. You know, what's he going to do? Wait. Could you imagine him and Haney? They don't fight for another 3, 4, 5 years, or Shakur Stevenson between now and then. I just, I can't get behind him, brother. I'm disgusted with him right now after what I heard. Ellerby talking that same shit today in a recent interview that he did. It's just the same shit that he's been saying for years now. And, it's just getting old. If you're just going to make it about the money and line in his pockets, that's fine. But I'm not going to continue to contribute and not get nothing back. I'm not just going to keep giving you my money and not get nothing back. I don't mind. Fighters ain't going to fight the best fighters out every single time. We know that. Nobody does. Not Canelo, not anybody. So if you have 3, 4 fights and, they're walkovers or, and then you make a big fight, even if it's every 5th fight, but you can't just keep calling yourself the face of boxing and shit like that, and your promotion telling us how big of a star you are, and you keep fighting, underlings, so to speak.
Well, he gave people what he wanted in his last fight, though, Jerry. People wanted that Ryan Garcia fight, and the numbers show it.
Well, that's because, but that only underlines my point. If he fights the better fighters and the fights that people want to see, then you can start getting pay-per-view numbers where you can call yourself a pay-per-view star. Because we're stupid, but we ain't that stupid. We can look at the odds for fights and see who's heavily favored, and that's what he is. He's heavily favored against these fighters. And even novice fans know, hey, you know, all right, it might be a little entertaining, but at some point, you got to do something to turn the corner, you know. And if you don't, you know, like I say, what I heard today all over, because I've been home today listening to boxing shit all day, man, and a lot of people saying the same thing, man. A lot of people from Baltimore, because we support them, you see. So we want to see the greatness. You know what I mean? We don't mind paying to watch them knock some fool out. I don't mind, really. I like to support them, but we want to see the greatness too, you know.
Yeah.
The Ryan fight was a step in the right direction, I think. Not because Ryan was all that bona fide, because the reality is Ryan's a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter, and he can be a dangerous fighter because he got a left hook sleeper. He catches you with that left hook clean. He puts cats to sleep with it. So there was a little danger in that fight, but he made him jump through every A-side hurdle, and they knew going into that fight that was going to be a big pay-per-view. I don't know if they knew it was going to be quite as big as it turned out to be, what we heard reported, but they knew. They knew it was going to sell good. That's why they made the fight. But, you know, if you look at what everything he made him jump through, then if you compare that to, like I say, like him fighting Devin Haney, I can't imagine what he would want Haney to do. Because that's Haney's a much more hard to beat fighter, and he won't represent a payday like that necessarily. He probably wouldn't do numbers like that with Haney. So the fights ain't gonna happen. If you're a Tank Davis fan, just according to Ellerby and what we've seen so far, we can't expect him to fight none of them guys.
Okay. Well, Jerry, I do got to ask you this. What's up with this Charlo and Canelo? Why I got you on the line? What's up with Charlo and Canelo, man? I don't see a lot of buzz for it. Every time they talk to Charlo and Canelo, they talk to them about fighting Crawford.
Yeah, Bud stole all the thunder.
Didn't he, though?
You know, he stole the thunder out of that fight. The fight already had the two-weight discrepancy thing going against it a little bit, along with Charlo's inactivity, because we know when you're not active and people don't see you, they forget about you, man. And really, it wasn't like it was 5 years ago, but he's been out for a long time. And people forget, man. But then you add that to the fact that everyone's still buzzing about what Bud did to Errol, and Bud has stole the thunder from the fight. And then add to the fact, too, that Charlo, and I like this cerebral approach from him, but typically, you know, and you pointed out, he's usually more loudmouthed and talking shit, things that get people a little bit more interested in the fight, you know, and he ain't doing that this time. I think that's great strategy by him, though, because that's energy well wasted for him. He's going to need every ounce of energy mentally and physically that he can have to perhaps win the fight, and getting himself worked up and pissed off, that I don't think that'll work well for him in this fight. So I think someone close to him told him, you ain't got to do that, man. You ain't got to be mad at him to beat him. In fact, you're going to be better off to have a cerebral approach so you can go in there and do your work and not waste any energy on that. You know, you don't want to waste no energy on getting yourself worked up. But when you add on things together, yeah, you're right. How much buzz seemingly around a fight? Maybe in the next 2 weeks, maybe it'll heat up. But
if that pay-per-view flops as far as Canelo numbers go, will he do the Crawford fight? Like, man, people are talking about him fighting Crawford more than they talking about him fighting Benavidez. That if you are a Canelo fan, you might think, hey, look, that's an easier fight. Guy coming up 3 divisions, you're gonna make a big bag. People keep talking about it. It's a lot of buzz around it. It's a winnable fight for Canelo, some would say, more than Benavidez, depending on who you ask.
Well, that's a good point, and that's the one caveat that I give Bud for maybe being able to get that Canelo fight, is that if that third fight on the deal for Canelo, which many of us believe was penciled in for Benavidez,
right,
if the PBC tells him, look, you can either fight Benavidez or you can fight Crawford, Canelo might be like, hey, you know, I'll rather fight Crawford because he is moving up, you know, 3 divisions, you know, because Canelo, I've never believed Canelo the type of fighter to duck anybody, but the reality is with him too is he ain't no hurry to fight Benavidez. That's just clear at this point. He could have fought him by now. The guy's been a mandatory for I don't know fucking how long. They keep making him a new kind of mandatory. The WBC this mandatory. The WBC that mandatory. Motherfucker's been a mandatory really for a couple years now. He's begging for the fight. Canelo could have fought him by now. You know what I'm saying? There ain't that many really quality fighters in the super middleweight division that Canelo, the other ones he already beat to get the titles, right? This guy is basically, and then there was Plant, and he beat him for the last title. The Benavidez is really the only guy in there, except for Morrell, an upstart. You see what I'm saying? He could have been fought him by now, but he don't really want to fight him. So that to me is Bud's best hope for getting that fight. That if it comes down between him and Benavidez, Canelo might opt to fight him instead, thinking that might be an easier fight for him. You know what I mean? But I don't see it as an easy fight. And I'll be honest with you, man. If Charlo comes in there with the right mindset, I don't think that's going to be an easy fight neither. I'm sorry. There's not a size difference there that's going to make a difference. I don't think he'll knock Canelo out, but I think he could outbox him if he has the right game plan, the right state of mind, and he sticks to it. You see, you're going to have to fight a real good fight. But, you know, there's danger in fighting smaller, faster opponents as you get older. You know what I mean? There's danger in that, man.
Yeah.
You can get out hustled bad in fights, and it ain't like Charlo with some bum. I mean, that guy's a champion, a undisputed champion. So he's not some, you know, unheralded scuttle bum.
Let me ask you this: what do you say to the people who say if Crawford isn't trying to fight Spence at 154, it's hard to believe that he wants to go up to 168. These are what the naysayers are saying. The Crawford haters. They, you know, he lying. Well, let me hit him. Let me hit him with the drop.
He lied. Y'all niggas worship him.
they was like, why would he not fight Spence at 154 if he wants to fight Canelo in May at 168? I was like, maybe he don't want to go through a training camp, put on muscle, lose. You know what I'm saying? He can focus on just gaining muscle and getting strong for 168 and have a long way to get there instead of cutting weight again, because he's gonna have to cut weight. He's not 154, so he's gonna have to cut weight for 154. Put on muscle, but don't put on too much. You know what I'm saying? Why is it so hard for people to believe that he wants that fight at 168?
Well,
if he's not fighting Fix at 154. I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right. On one hand, it would seem to make sense that he'd want to fight Spence at 54 because he himself said that it was hard for him to make 47. Right now he's saying he needed 180. So it's easy for me to believe that it might have been tough for him to make 47. Making weight is tough for fighters. I don't give a fuck what weight really they fight at. They got to cut down a lot of times 30 pounds almost at a minimum to get to those weights. And so, but at the same time, he may be thinking, hey, look, man, why would I want to give this guy any advantage? Why?
Jared, that's what I said. That's the same thing I said. I was like, he don't owe him shit. Not only am I not going to give you no advantage, I'm going to make it difficult for you if I can.
Make it difficult.
This is a fight.
Why would I give you?
I'm gonna take a legal advantage. It's not like he's taking no snag juice, like they said. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the other thing.
Well, exactly. It's not like he's doing anything illegal.
Like, no, this was in the contract. The winner gets to pick the weight. Even after the fight, he was talking about, making 154 was difficult for me too. Making 147 was difficult. I was like, well, how much? Was it the last pound? Was it the last 2 pounds? You get what I'm saying? Because the weight cut is different from fighters when they start peaking. Like, when did they take that? When they really about to hit that scale, that's when they really hit 147. Who knows? Right. We don't know if it was the last pound. But also during that time, the prospect of him, the possibility of him fighting Canelo wasn't even on the table when he was doing that post-fight press conference and he was talking about 54. After he did that Joe Rogan interview, that shit been over. He ain't even talking about fighting Spence no more. He's like, yeah, Canelo, Charlo, but Canelo. And the fans are, and the media pundits have been following right along with him, asking Canelo. What's up with you and Crawford? Man, that's it. Spence fans don't think he gonna win that fight, bro. So I'm asking you, why is it so hard for people to believe that him not fighting Spence isn't a duck? I want a bigger opportunity. Why the
part of it may be there's a little contradiction there on Bud's part, though. If he's saying he wants to fight Canelo, part of you might think, well, then you should want to fight at 54 because you should probably want to at least get up 1 or 2 weight classes.
No, but he literally said, I want to go up 3 divisions. I think that it's the principle of going up to 3 divisions and doing it.
Yeah.
When according to Steven Nelson and that tweet, if you believe what Steven Nelson said, but also Bud said it in that Joe Rogan thing, it's like going up 3 divisions to get your 3rd undisputed. What would they say then? I think he wants to raise the level of difficulty. I think he's I hate to say this term, but I think he knows something about his skill set, something he sees in Canelo that he's going to be able to exploit.
Well, yeah, but you got to consider this too. To me, that 3-weight division jump is one of the reasons why I don't think that the fight's going to happen. Because imagine the embarrassment on Canelo should he lose to a fighter moving up 3-weight divisions. You see what I mean? If it was me, I wouldn't even fight him unless it was huge money.
What if he dropped the belt? What he gonna drop the belt? Or he'll just fight?
Yeah, boy, he's not mandatory.
But Bud can activate that mandatory super champ status. So now he's gonna look. You can fight your mandatory in David Benavidez. You can fight your mandatory for your WBO, Terence Crawford. Like he has the super champ status or on the WBA, so it's no mandatory there. Or he can fight his IBF mandatory. So
but that WBO super status, I don't think that equates to more than 1 division. That's for the next division.
Where did you get that from? I've never heard that. Where did you get that from? Because I don't think
where
it's
did you get that you can do it?
No. But if it's not written, I didn't say you couldn't do it. You said you can't. You said
you said he could do that. He could activate
you can go up in weight. But that's the thing. It's never been done. It's never been done. Probably most people don't even ask. They probably didn't write that. They might have to change the rule after this. But if it's not written, he can't do it. He can do it, right?
Well, I mean, if you believe in mandatories like that, I've seen him.
He did it before, though. That's the thing. Terence Crawford did it before already. That's how he was able to go up from 140 to go up and fight Jeff Horn in his very first fight. Very first fight.
You know, Jeff Horn took that fight because Manny Pacquiao wouldn't fight him.
I ain't got nothing to do with that, sir. I'm just telling you that man. He had already Manny. He fought in between that.
Who?
Horn. After he fought Manny, he fought somebody else. Then he fought Terence Crawford.
He did?
Yeah. I'll tell you in a second.
Well, either way.
Yeah. So
either way.
So yeah, you can. If they don't say he can't do it, why not try it? I don't think most people would want to try no goofy shit like that. That shit crazy.
To me, that's going to make it tough for him to get the fight because, for the reasons that I stated, and for Bud Crawford to want to fight Canelo, it's a win-win situation for him. If he wins, he's unprecedented toast to the town, and he gets a huge check. If he loses, he gets a huge check and a ton of credit for even attempting to do that. But for Canelo, it's lose-lose. There's no upside for Canelo in that fight. And I've listened to Canelo talk about Bud Crawford.
People been talking about this dude. It's not going to be no easy fight for Canelo.
You ain't heard too many Canelo fans talking about it. You hearing Crawford fans?
Oh, I hear them. I hear them sounding. They sound shaking in their fucking boots.
Well, they may be, but
they sound like leave him alone. He need to be doing this. He need to fight Fundura. He need to prove himself. He need to build himself. I was like, man, what? It's like
I mean, if I was Canelo's people, I would tell them we're not fighting that. We're not taking that fight.
They got a reason not to fight him.
Yeah, I mean, the reason is you ain't gonna get no credit for it. None.
But look,
And in fact,
but
he'll
did he get? Hold up. But
criticized.
when has that stopped Canelo before? He fought Amir Khan coming up 2 divisions, who is nowhere
Khan
near
came up
Terence.
one. He was at 47.
No, Khan came up from Khan went up from 40 to 54. Let me go.
Okay,
Let me check this out. I think Khan went from 40 to 54, bro. Let me see.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he fought Breedis. Well, no, it wasn't Prescott.
Let me see.
What I remember is Khan was at welterweight.
Khan went
Either
back
way-
down to fight at welterweight. He was one of those people saying, "I'm still undefeated at welterweight." Let me see. Okay, Khan went from Chris Algieri to Canelo, so he went from 47 to 54. But they both came in at
he went
hey,
up
look, but they
one
went
weight.
at a catch weight of 155, I guess.
155, yeah.
1 pound over.
Yeah, it was 1 pound over. 1 pound over, right.
So
And
Canelo still
took
gave
all
himself
kinds of flack for that fight.
Canelo gave himself an advantage in everything against Amir Khan. Catch weight.
Well, I think what it was is I think Canelo had the 160-pound WBC title at that time.
He had,
so he had to fight
he had
at 155 or higher. He basically did the same thing that the other guy, the Latin dude did, who had that Martinez, did the same thing. He was fighting below 160 with the WBC middleweight belt, and so did Cotto. Cotto did the same thing, and Canelo did it too.
Fought them small middleweights for a while they could.
Well, the WBC allowed them to get away with doing that, and Canelo did it too. And but the thing is, Canelo took a lot of flack for that fight, and Khan came up basically 1 weight division. Now, you got a fighter coming up 3 weight divisions. Not only will he not get credit if he wins, he'll get criticized if he wins, because they'll say you shouldn't have, you dragged him up. That's what people say. Even though Bud is the one asking for the fight, it's going to be you dragged him up from 3 weights. You're a weight bully. Yak, 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 yak. Now, the caveat, like I said, in my opinion at least, is the money. If the money is the same for him or Benavidez, he may opt to fight Bud instead because smaller.
Can't call the guy weight bully if you've been calling him out.
No, but that's what people do. I know you shouldn't do that, but that's what people do, and they've done that to Canelo already.
Okay, I feel you.
And that's just what they're going to do.
Is it the bigger money fight then? Because at this point, Canelo, does he get credit for Canelo Charlo? He fighting the guy coming up 2 divisions, coming off a layoff and an injury. Ain't fought in almost almost it'll be like 16 months when they get into the ring. Come on, fam. That ain't stopping him from fighting
Judging
Canelo
by
Charlo.
the lack of buzz, I'd say he's not going to get any
Did
credit.
that stop him from fighting
Judging
James
by the lack
Kirkland?
of-
Like, he fought some
Well,
shit
look,
that
I mean,
people
look,
didn't.
man, but you
How
can
about
do
him
that
fighting
all
Julio
night.
Cesar Chavez? Like, I can do that all the way through his resume. Rocky Fielding, I get it. I'm just saying, people was like, come on, fam, what's going on here?
Well, wasn't it Fielding that won the super middleweight tournament? And had
I
one
give
of
you
the
that.
titles?
I give you that. What about Yeardrum?
Well, that's why he fought him. But you can take any fighter's resume, and if you're going to pick out any, like you can pick out fights and say, well, what about this and what about that? But right now we're
My
talking
point
about
is, it's
him
a lot of
and
guys,
Crawford.
right? But my point is, Canelo resume got a lot of guys that people didn't want to see him fight, or they thought he fought him at an advantage to him or at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at it. Boxing and life is about timing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it. But my point is
none of
this.
them was jumping 3 divisions.
Yeah. But Canelo, you got 2. Guys jumping up 2 divisions, right? Right now.
Well, you Charlo.
Yeah. So
and you
but
said
my point is
yourself
this
there's no
though.
buzz on the fight.
I'm still what?
No, but you said yourself there's no buzz on the fight.
Yeah, but Canelo,
we don't know if that's not the
Canelo's
reason
a Hall
why.
of Famer already. His legacy is solidified, in my opinion. It don't matter what he do at this point. He can do what the fuck he want to do. That's what his fans been saying for the longest. Canelo can do whatever the fuck he want to do. He the face of boxing. He the pay-per-view king. He's the #1 boxing attraction in America, right?
Yeah,
He's
don't
America's
argue that.
biggest boxing star, and he's from Mexico. My point is this: his legacy solidified. He can do what the fuck he want to do. I thought. He going to the Hall of Fame. Crawford going to the Hall of Fame. It's 2 future Hall of Famers.
I mean,
like, why not?
Well, I told you why not, but if you want to point to the other side, you can make an argument. But I tell you what. Yeah, well, I mean, I told you why not. Yeah. And then the worse he beats Crawford, the worse he beats him, the more he'll get criticized if that should happen. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not a firm believer that he would beat him, knock him out. But if he did knock him out, he's going to get even further criticized for it. Now, Canelo's coming off of a 3-fight deal with Dazn for $160 million for a 3-fight deal. That was $53 million a fight, not including pay-per-view revenue and endorsements. He signed this deal with the PBC, which I think is $35 million a fight. And for his last damn near dozen fights, he's been making that type of money. So Bud Crawford ain't coming up there to super middleweight with no titles. He's jumping 3 weight divisions, which is going to make it hard for Canelo to get any credit for it. The only reason to fight him at that point is for the money. So if the money, is better than that, then maybe the fight, I think, has a better chance. But what do I know? Crawford very well could know something that we don't. He could have already been talking with the PBC, and they might have told him, look, you're next. You want it, you're next. Once we get this Charlo fight behind us, maybe that's why he's up there at 180 already,
Do you think he's really at 180? Or he's just talking?
I don't know. I can believe it because I heard him say before, a couple years ago, right out of his own mouth, that he walks around 170 plus, which does not surprise me at all. When he was in that ring against Spence, I guarantee you he was every bit a middleweight, and Spence was probably a super middleweight. He was probably 164 or 5, somewhere in there. These guys don't walk around nowhere close to that fighting weight. You can believe that shit. There's very few naturals in the history of boxing. And Adi Golovkin is a good example. He's a natural middleweight. Fought his whole career there. Floyd, when he settled into welterweight, he was a natural there. He didn't have to train much at all. Floyd used to say it, and I believe him. He said, man, I don't even have to train to make weight. I just come in the gym and work out a little bit, and I'm right on. And that's a great luxury for a fighter, if you ask me. A lot of times, naturals are the best fighters in the game, man. But there's a few of them, huh? Everybody else is cutting crazy weight. Sometimes people can't even believe that they're coming down from that weight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I could believe he's at 180, but I'd say he's probably a little out of shape at 180. You know what I mean? He's probably celebrating a little bit since his big victory and that big-ass payday, and who could blame him? You know what I mean? Who could blame him? But if he does fight Canelo, I don't think he'll come in anywhere close to that. Nah. I mean, he's not that big of a guy. Once he got at welterweight and settled in, he came a good-sized welterweight, but he's not a fighter, I think, that is going to want to fight much over 160. And wouldn't need to at 168, if you ask me. If I was training him, I wouldn't want him nowhere close to that. I want him around 160, somewhere around there. That way he keeps his athleticism, most likely, and he can add some strength and power without, because you got to think, man, if you try to jump 3 divisions and weigh in at 168, it's not just what that's going to affect you speed-wise. You got to wonder if your stamina. That's why.
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta wonder how that's going to affect your whole game. You know what I mean? Because now you take a fight and you go up incrementally, you're going to have a better idea of how it's affecting your whole game. But if you jump at 3, there's going to be a lot of unknown there. They'll try to figure it out in sparring sessions and have them fight, a couple 12-round fights in sparring and see, all right, how do your legs feel with that extra weight? How do your lungs feel? Are you getting good air so you can maintain your fight game? Or,
right.
You never know.
You never know. That's the crazy part about it. You just never know until you get in there and actually see how it goes. But all right, Jerry, I enjoyed talking to you on this one, man. I'm gonna try to get back into it and see if I can take some more calls or see if somebody want to pull up and join the panel.
All right, brother. Thanks for letting me shout up.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Peace.
All right.
I love talking to Jerry about boxing, man. He always has an interesting perspective. Lisa Bells joins the panel. Oh, hold on. Give me 2 minutes, Lisa. 502, what it do? What's your name? Where you from? 502 going once.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
This is Rollo Green calling from Louisville, Kentucky, man, home of Muhammad Ali.
How you doing, Mr. Green?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I just want to get on here and address all these Bud haters, man. It's getting really ridiculous, man.
Talk to me.
It's getting really ridiculous. If Spence wanted to fight at 154, it was in the contract. He should have won the fight, and he could have had it at 154. They acting like Bud breaking the law or doing some snakes. It's in the contract. What they so mad about is what I don't understand.
Yeah, the winner chooses the rematch. Wait, yep, you're right.
I mean, so what's the problem? What are they so mad about? They acting like Bud just came out and brought this out, like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't already pre-deal.
For sure.
What the hell y'all so mad about, man? Y'all guy lost. Now he's got to fight him at 1 fight. I don't want to see the fight at all because Bud ain't got but 3 or 4 good fights left in him. He's chasing greatness. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to see him do. And he said Charlo was next. You know, Charlo talking about leave him alone. You ain't say that 6 months ago when y'all was arguing back and forth. When he said you was next after he whooped your stablemate. Now all of a sudden just leave me alone. What kind of shit is this, man? What type of fans is condoning this shit, man? This is getting ridiculous with these fights, man. With the fans, man, the excuses they making up. Tank ain't got to fight nobody because he make money. Man, that's for the women to worry about what a man's making. I'm worried about who's the better fighter. That's all I want to see is who's the better fighter. I want to see Bud chase greatness. He need to go up and whoop Tim Zoo for one of them belts, become a 3-division champion at 54 while he's waiting on Charlo and Canelo. Simple as that, man. That's all I want to say, man. Just Bud haters getting out of hand. Like they don't want to see that man be great.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Mr. Green. Thanks for calling up.
All right, man.
Salute. All right. Shout out to Rollo Green. Lisa Bells, talk to me.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Rollo Green, that was a beautiful call. And home of man, Ali. Come on, he kept it a buck. He kept it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the fans, everybody is so like soft and pussy. Like fighters lose fights sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they act like bitches, man. These men. It ain't the women. They act like bitches. Sometimes fighters lose. They, like he said, it's like, okay, now if Bud wants to go up in weight, then they're gonna pay him more money. You know what I'm saying? Because Spence didn't win. And now all they making all these fucking videos and all this bullshit, all this conspiracy theory shit. They're a bunch of bitches. I said it. Sick of them. Make me sick, man. I didn't grow up with no shit like this. Like when you were saying in it, like what you said with Canelo. Nah, they can't do what they want to do. That's what made the fighters.
That's what they say though, Lisa. You know.
Yeah, but that's what made the fighters. They didn't fight. They fought hard. I was watching some Evander Holyfield fights. He fought hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fighting those last 2 fights, Berto and Conor McGregor. People,
I know
that 49-0, and that with Berto, and then came back for 50-0 with Conor McGregor. People got mad about that.
I didn't like that either because I thought that was some bullshit. Personally,
if he was retired fighting Berto, you didn't think his last and that's when they was like,
no, I'm talking about the Conor McGregor thing.
Yeah, when he came
they
back,
sanctioned it as 50-0.
Right.
Huh?
Right. When they came back. Yeah. But shoot, Tyson Fury fight against Ngannou was going to be for it's not for the belt, but it counts as a real fight on your record.
I don't agree with that either.
It's weird, right? Like if that's the case, it should be for the belt, right? If not, he should be fighting somebody defending his title. He's not even defending his title. He go
Exactly.
in there, he get knocked out, and still have his belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is what they allowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that there was a lot of shit in the game, you know, back in the day. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but you know, what I'm saying is that the fans, you know, they wanted to see the best fight and the best, and that was, I mean, for more or less, you more or less saw that. Sometimes you didn't, but you know, it's just like all of this stuff now. Okay, if he gonna go back down to 147, put his belts on the line, and then Spence can't even make 147, it's gonna be so hard for him. I'm sure it's not easy for Bud to even 147 at this point.
What do you feel about the people saying he's a snake? He's going off his. I'm hearing myself twice. Is that me on my phone? Let me do that. Check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I'm hearing myself twice.
Is it me?
Yo. Yeah, it's your audio coming back in twice now, but you muted, so I don't hear it now. What do you think to the people saying Bud is a snake? He told Spence he will fight him at 154. He said 154 is making it hard for him too. He going back off his word. What do you say to that?
I don't give a fuck what they say.
It never heard nothing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't give a fuck what them people say. They just making money. They just keep the story going and keep it going, so the content could keep going. They don't know what's in them contracts. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. You think I listen to them people? I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, I don't listen to them.
You still hear double?
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I still hear it.
Oh God.
I hear it. Can you beam out and beam back in?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but so far so good though. Enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys are entertained. If you are, smash that like button, man. It really helps with the visibility of the show, man. Really appreciate it. She said, Marcus, you. Nah, it's not me, because I'm not echoing now, and she's gone. I don't hear myself twice no more. I was hearing myself twice when she wasn't unmuted. It's not me. It's not me. She said WBC needs to strip Tyson Fury our way. Oh, already. I'm sorry. My bad. Rollo Green said Floyd had already put his work in. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Floyd definitely already did the work. He had already did the work. But I'm telling you, a lot of fans truly believe Canelo Alvarez can do whatever he wants to. He's a Hall of Famer already. Why not? You know what I mean? But when I see this one this post go up, this 180. Wait, I'm sorry. Here we go. I'm moving up. I think he's trolling with the heavyweight. I'm lifting weights. Y'all really gonna be mad. I think he's trolling with that. I don't know if he's really at 180. I think he's trolling, but it's very possible. That is very true. He said 180. Ooh, 160 ain't gonna be far to reach. As in, like, I'm lifting weight. Somebody 180 something, so he's gonna cut down to 168. You get what I'm saying? Man, oh man. But people are mad though. People are mad. People are definitely upset. It was like, well, why he making him go back to 147? Why would he give up any leverage, Lisa Bells? Go ahead.
Is that better?
Absolutely. Perfect. Why should Bud give up any leverage?
If he fights at 140 at 147?
Right, because if I fight you at 154, it's not even a title defense.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Why would I do that? Give up my leverage? It's a trap. No, I'm not giving up my leverage and leaving my belts here. They might do me like they did Charlo. I go up to fight you at 154, strip me of one of my belts. Or like how they did with Devin Haney. It's like, nah. I'm not giving up my leverage.
Oh, yeah. Well, what happened? Well, what's going to happen is Boots is the IBF, right? That's the one that he's got to worry about, because the IBF well, in the past they was known to strip people. Cause I think they stripped Bud before. Remember? Well, they gave him they give you like a little bit of time to
Bud never been stripped.
Like, no, they didn't strip him. But what happened was he was supposed to fight Lipinets when he had the 140 when he was undisputed, and they had to. You know how you have to make like type of
petition.
Not petition. I don't want to say negotiate, but come to terms or some type of thing. So he just dropped his belts and went up to welterweight. Yeah.
I thought he dropped the belts to go up because he was chasing Pacquiao, trying to get that Pacquiao fight.
Yeah.
Those other guys, or like Keith Thurman. I think he wanted Thurman at that time. Yeah. But I said. What was I saying? I lost my spot. What was I about to say? So yeah. So I don't think it's too far out the way. That is, he's trying to be great. What's wrong with being great?
Well, we live in a world where it's a lot of envy. So I'm not saying I feel that anybody that get in that ring is great in their own way, but some people are better than others at what they do with their craft or whatever. And, you just got to be careful when you put when you say what you want to do and you put it out there, and he's everything he said is manifested. So, you just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people that may not want to see you get there. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Mr. Golden, what up?
What's up, Mark? What's up, Lisa? How you doing? Mark, what's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Chilling. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm double echoing.
I think that's Lisa again. I don't know what happened. Let me mute her mic real quick. Let me see if it go away. All right, go ahead, Golden. Yeah, it's Lisa.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Lisa, you on an iPhone? Lisa, you on an iPhone?
No.
Yeah, it's coming in twice again. I don't know what happened.
This piece of shit. I'm getting ready to buy a new one in a couple of days.
Wow.
Makes me sick. You know what it is? It's I need more memory, so yeah, it's about time. This is ready for the graveyard. I'm getting ready to get one 2 days or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave out. I can't deal with this. I'll be in the chat.
All right.
Huh?
Never mind.
You don't hear it?
You just got to be muted while somebody's talking. There you go. Golden, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Bud dropped that belt with the IBF at 140 because they tried to get him within 2 weeks' time mandatory in another fight. He told him to kiss his ass. He dropped the belt and get in the IBF belt, that he moved up to 147. That's how he did that.
Yeah, but he dropped all
and
the
I
belts.
think that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, with Lipinets, he was supposed to fight Lipinets.
Right. Right after he went undisputed, they tried to get him a mandatory within 2 weeks' time, and he told him to kiss his ass. He gave him that belt first. He gave him the IBF belt first. Then he wound up dropping all of them and moved to 147. Okay. That when he activated his what do you call that shit? The super status of WBO, super champion status, and fought Jeff Horn for the title. That's when he dropped all the rest of them.
Okay.
He moved up to 140, 147. Mm-hmm. And I think Bud, if I were Bud, since I can make any weight, I make Errol come to 160. If I'm at 180, I tell Errol to fight me at 160, fuck 154.
Why drop all your belts and lose all your leverage?
Well,
it ain't about the money, because you can beat the dude, and it ain't a lot of money in the rematch right now. Why give up all your titles to fight this guy just for nothing? And then now you got to lose all that weight, lose all that muscle, and go back down and defend your belts. Like that's an advantage for Errol. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that is an advantage for Errol. I'm saying, but if they're gonna push the narrative because they got to sign contract, so he got to honor that contract. Either they have to pay Errol.
No, you don't understand. The contract is in Terrence's favor because he wanted to fight. Terrence.
I understand.
Hold up. So why would Terrence pick a weight at even more of advantage to Errol Spence? Why would he fight him at 160?
No, because the reason I say that if he is already at 180, like he say he is, so you got to drop how many pounds get down to 147? And the fight's supposed to happen in December.
Oh, so you have to believe if he's really at 180 and that's the weight that they're gonna fight at.
I'm the same shit. If he is at 180, then that'll be a hell of a lot of weight he got to cut. You feel what I'm saying? He got to cut a hell of a lot of weight, man. Come on down. Well, what 33 pounds? You get down to 147?
I haven't heard Bud say anything. I heard Steven Nelson put out that tweet.
No, Bud tweeted that on his account. On a Twitter account.
Bud say 147.
No. I said he said he tweeted that on his on a Twitter account that he's 180.
No, you're not listening. I didn't hear Bud say I'm fighting Errol again at 147.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know, we didn't hear Bud say that at all.
Yeah, that's
everybody that's speculating. That's what they say. You know, because Bud really this is the first time Bud said something when they tell me he had 180.
Correct.
Right. I was speaking whether if he is at 180, then he's gonna fight Errol at 147. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, that 33 pounds he got to cut. That's a lot of fucking weight, man. And then the fight's supposed to be done in December.
That's if both.
You might well say shit. You might say this October now.
But look, I'm of the belief Bud is trolling because his next comment was, "I'm moving up to heavyweight. I'm lifting weights now. Y'all really gonna be mad." So I thought he was trolling.
Yeah, I think he's serious about that 180 though.
Okay, you think the 180 part is the real part? 168 not too far to reach, but you think he's trolling the heavyweight stuff? All right.
And see, Cam did a show tonight. They was down in Omaha, and they was at the gym, and Bud was there, and shit, Bud look thick as a motherfucker, man.
Pause.
Huh? Shit, Bud look like he down there. I put if he not at 180, he damn that close to it. Cause you know his walk around weight is about 170, between 170 and 175.
All right,
you know.
All right, let me go to Jay Martin. What's up?
Peace. What's going on, everybody?
Jay Martin, where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, from Georgia.
All right, talk to me.
Just chiming in, just checking in. I think it's a non-issue. I mean, to me, all the fodder, all the complaints are just from individuals who still don't. You know, it's a faction of individuals out there who don't even believe. They still don't believe Crawford is as good as advertised. They just think, nah, he's not that good. He's
what?
Not what? Yeah, there is.
I want to hear that.
That's cat. You got to give that man his props, yo.
Exactly. I mean, it makes no sense to me, but that's where a lot of this hate stems from. They just don't think he is what he is. And as far as the contract, now actually, I just watched an interview a few hours ago that was conducted by a fighter, a guy he fought early in his career. I think like maybe his sixth fight. They did like he's out of Florida. He did like a 25-minute interview, and Crawford stated that that the fight will be at 47. This is out of his own mouth. He said the fight will be at 47. He said the only way it's not at 47, he said the contract states that it won't be that the fighter, one of the fighters has to in writing state that they cannot make 47. And he said since neither one of us has put that in writing or has notified them that in writing that's the case, he said the fight is at 47. So
who said that? And who said
Crawford.
that?
Terence Crawford said that out of his own mouth.
When was that
interview? I just saw this interview a couple hours ago.
Okay. It's a new interview.
So it's a very new interview. Yep.
All right, let me check it out.
And it was an interview conducted by a fighter, one of the fighters he fought earlier in his career. So that guy has a channel, and he conducted he conducted the interview with Crawford, and he's in the Orlando, Florida area. He's in the Orlando area. I think his name is Travis Hunt or something like that. But
yeah, the interview is about 25 minutes long.
Yeah. But Crawford said that for the fight to not be at 47 as well, one of the fighters, or both, I suppose, has to state in writing that they cannot make 47. And he said neither one of us has done that.
Oh, I get to do what I want to do. Travis Hartman,
there you go.
Got it.
There you go.
About to play this bitch and react to it.
Yeah. I thought it was and it was a good interview. It was a good interview.
All right. So what is he talking about in his interview? I'm about to play it though and do a reaction.
It's a standard garden variety interview. They talked about their fight a little bit, how he was happy. He was one of the 9 people that Crawford didn't stop. He wears that as a feather in his cap. He said even back then, like in 2006 or 8 or whatever it was, he said to himself, like, this guy's gonna be a superstar. He talked about the Spence fight. He asked him what was next.
Did he say Canelo?
Did he talk about Canelo? I cannot remember. I think that's what he said. He said either Spence or Canelo. That's what they were talking about. Crawford expects the next fight to be at 47 in December. So.
Okay, let me go to Modern King Boxing. I'm gonna play some of this interview. We're gonna react to it.
All right, I'm gonna go to mute.
All right, go ahead, Modern King Boxing. What up?
What's good, Mark Nash? How you been, bro?
I'm blessed, man. How you been, stranger?
Well, I've been blessed too, bro.
Because you real low. You sound low and muffled.
I sent you a couple super chats.
I don't even see it. You sound low and you sound muffled. Can you speak up a little bit? Let me try to find the super that you sent.
Yeah, I sent a couple. I sent a like, and then I sent like I can't see the super chats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see it neither. Let me try to find it. Let me see.
YouTube trying to steal from me. They're trying to steal from you, Mark.
Yeah, it's not. It don't show up. It's not showing up in the studio neither.
All right.
MKB, what's up, little bro?
What's good? Who that? Golden? That's Golden.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, how you been, bro? I see you in the chats, bro.
Hey, can you fix your audio for me, Modern King? It sounds low and muffled.
It is. He real low.
It's low, and it sounds like you got a pillow over the phone.
All right, I'll try to chime. I'll come back in.
All right.
MKB.
All right, yeah. All right, Mr. Golden. All right, let's go. Go ahead, Lisa.
I was just speaking to Wolf.
Go ahead. Okay.
He stepped out for a minute. He coming right.
Yeah, we hearing that double, Lisa, when you're not muted. There we go.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the chat, okay?
All right, Swill. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem.
Go ahead, Mr. Golden. You got anything else? Because I'm about to play this interview. I'm gonna do some reaction.
I'll wait. You play the interview, but I'm listening with you.
Okay. Jay Martin, you got anything else you want to say before I play this interview? I'm gonna start reacting to him. I like to do a stop and go type style in this when I do.
Yeah, I'm on standby.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, man. First of all, Terrence, thank you so much for coming on my show, man. Me and you fought back in 2009, and so it sucks for me because I was a really good amateur, man. Like, so I was 156-13 as an amateur. I won 3 national championships. So, but my claim to fame is I went the distance with you in the pros. So
yeah.
It was.
Yo. He said, "Cause you knock niggas out." He said, "You're not winning the distance with Terence Crawford. You gotta love it though, right? You gotta fucking love it. Let's go."
Yeah, I know it was early on in your career, but at the same time, for me, it's like you've knocked out everybody but 9 people in the world, and one of those is me. So I kind of it's a badge of honor for me right now, man. So
he'll stop him right now, though, won't he?
Knock his ass crazy.
Yeah, he'll bust him up bad right now. All right.
So, congrats to you for sure.
I appreciate it. Thanks. I was mad about it too.
Hey,
no lie.
You want to know a true story about that and why I fought my butt off so I didn't get knocked out? This is a true story. I talked about it on the radio show. So I signed a contract to fight at the Playboy Mansion 2 weeks later after fighting you. So I was like,
He said he did what at the Playboy Mansion?
It's a fight at the Playboy Mansion.
On the radio show. So I signed a contract to fight at the Playboy Mansion 2 weeks later after fighting you. So I was like, I got to fight my butt off. Like, I can't get beat. I can't get knocked out because I get suspended. So I was like, I was just fighting my butt off and I wasn't going to quit for nothing. So that's kind of why I fought my butt off against you because, Terrence, so I fought Keith Thurman. You know, I fought Chavez Jr. I fought Jesse Vargas. I fought a bunch of the top guys in your weight class. And they beat me. And I think a couple of them stopped me. But what they don't understand is, I said it from the beginning, I thought you were the best by far. Even though I went the distance with you, I told everybody in 2009, I came on and I said,
hi.
And I told everybody that you're gonna be a superstar, man. I said this back in 2009. You can go.
All right. Well, okay. Well, okay. We appreciate that. Let's go. Let's fast forward.
Second undisputed title against Errol Spence. Do you feel like you're finally getting the credit that you deserve?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people, see my talent and they recognize it, and the fashion that I defeated Errol Spence Jr. in. A lot of people give me my credit now, and a lot of people still have doubt because they want to throw shade. They just can't grip their mind over the fact that how I performed in the fight.
Absolutely. And that's what we've been talking about too. Some dudes just can't get their mind around it. Martin King Boston, let me do a mic check.
Yo, how I sound now?
Still low. It's still low. But we can work with it though. We'll work with it. I'm playing this interview, man. I'm reacting to it. It's fresh for me, so playing it in real time, reacting to little clips. All right.
How I performed in the fight versus them. So they would say, oh, well, he wasn't the same fighter, or he was hurt, or this and that and this. He stayed in the weight division too long. But the crazy part about it is, I had already stated that those was going to be the excuses come fight time when me and him fight. But, all in all, I'm getting my respect.
Yeah. So I see that Errol Spence exercised the rematch clause. Is there any details that you can really talk about that? I mean, is the fight going to happen? Are you going to fight him next, do you think? Or are you looking at other options?
Well, yeah, he exercises the rematch, and that's the fight that should supposed to happen next. So we shall see, how negotiations go and how everything go. We posted a fight in December, and I'm back in training.
Are you thinking about doing it at the 154-pound weight class, or are you going to stick to the rematch at 47, which is where it should be because that's where it happened?
Well, the contract states that either one or the other got to notify, in writing that he no longer can make the weight. If not, then the fight will be at 47. So the contract states that it have to go at 47 since neither I or Errol notified each other stating that we couldn't make the weight anymore.
There you have it. So Terence Crawford said neither him nor Errol have put it in writing that we can't make the 147. Errol Spence trying to get his shit back, yo. Let's go. Let's go, EJ. Let's go, EJ. I want to see it again. Martin King Boston, what do you think of this news? This interview dropped 18 hours ago. So this is the most recent Terence Crawford interview. And he says, look, neither Errol nor him has notified anybody in writing that they can't make 147.
Yo, I like the fact I like the fact is that Terence Crawford is talking more and he's more transparent. And I like the fact is that Errol Spence is basically not saying anything negative, like he can't make the weight. And I appreciate both of these gladiators. If Earl won it back, he won it back, at 147. Like, I don't see why they would fight at 154 anyway, Mark Nash. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? The belts is on the line. You made weight all of those years. Why would you stop making weight, especially if it's like a championship involved, like belts involved, you know? I appreciate Terence Crawford being more vocal about it, you know?
Okay. Go ahead, Jay Martin. What you think?
Yeah, I thought it was. That's why I brought it up. I thought it was really interesting information, and it's funny, especially since So Cold has been dropping a couple of interviews himself, stating that like them asking for the fight at 47 is strategic, like meaning, you know, Steve. Did I say Steve? Yeah, Steve Nelson. He basically is saying that they want to force him to come back down to 47 so that he refuses the fight and they can move on to bigger and better things with Canelo. But you know,
Errol refused the weight. He was like, "Look, this is the weight I chose. Okay, I can't make that weight. Then put it in writing. You got to put it in writing.
Right?
Put it in writing. I can't make 147 no more. All right. Well, shit. You ain't got no fight.
Exactly. And I thought, when I heard that, I thought to myself, wow, you know, Team Crawford they're smart. Like for the longest time, people have been saying, oh, he's not business savvy. He's not that. I'm like, man, he's been winning at every stage of the game except landing the fights. But when it's time to negotiate, he beat Bob Arum. He got that clause in there. He had the highest guarantee. He beat Al Heyman. He got an extra fight and got the extra bag. Got the concessions he wanted. When it came down to the Errol Spence fight, I'm like, yo, he keeps winning.
My boy said, I ain't even conceding to the ring wall. Flip
exactly. Like that's a shrewd operator right there,
bro. And then he won the coin toss.
Yeah, oh man,
yo, Mark Nash. Like on a serious note, I think Crawford is gonna wait for Canelo. I think he's gonna fight somebody at 154 if he can't get a fight at 147 and try to keep the belts at 147. That's what I think he's gonna do.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree, because if that was the case, he could fight Errol at 154 and make a bet. I think in that leverage, he's waiting to this WBO convention. Actually, he's waiting for this fight to happen on September the 30th. After that fight happens, we're gonna know what's going on in that division and who is undisputed. And then right after that, like that fight is on the 30th, October the 9th, that WBO convention is happening. And Terence Crawford is a two-time super champ over there in the WBO.
So Mel and Canelo are fighting for undisputed. That's what you're saying? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They fighting for undisputed. Where you been?
I've been out the loop, bro. I was full after that ass whooping, yo. I was full. I ain't been watching boxing in like 5 weeks.
Let me go to Mr. Golden and get his take on this, and then I gotta play some more of this interview.
Let me just say one more thing, Mark.
Go for it.
These next couple of weeks are going to be very interesting because they're going to tell us a lot of the story is going to unfold. Because what you said about October 9th got me to thinking about Bomac, how that whole thing plays into this situation, because October 9th is the day he's supposed to go to Crown Court over in England. You got the way this whole thing unfolds with Canelo Charlo, and then you got to ask yourself, does Canelo fight two black fighters back to back? That's an interesting.
I don't think that's more of the component like that.
Really? Well, I mean,
don't fight the biggest bag, man. Canelo fight everybody, bro.
Well, no, I get that, but what I'm saying is historically. That's why they haven't been putting black fighters together. They haven't been putting black fighters together because they've been saying that we can't sell. So I'm curious, like, I don't know if somebody mentioned it earlier, but there's not a lot of buzz around this fight. So if this fight doesn't do blockbuster numbers, you got to ask yourself, you know, what are the metrics going to look like for a Crawford fight, which is another black fighter back to back?
It's totally not the same. And I'll tell you why it's not the same. Crawford is hot. Crawford's sizzling. Good Morning America. Parades on national TV, ESPN. He's been on pay-per-view. Canelo Charlo ain't never been on Crawford's level.
Wait, yeah, no, neither Crawford's. Neither twins.
You spoke. Let me speak, and let me rebut you in full. Also, Charlo, another reason why this fight ain't got no buzz. It ain't because he's black. It's because he's been out the ring for about 16 months. He's coming off a layoff and an injury. So it's not about this fight not selling because he's black. Let's not do that.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
He ducked Tim Zoo too.
I know you disagree. That's why you brought it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my rebuttal, and we can move forward. You can disagree, and you know, you spoke your piece. I spoke my piece. I got to go to Mr. Golden though, because I need his take on the clip we played. I don't want to have a debate in the middle of, you know, trying to let him give his take. But you gave your take, and I respect your opinion. Go ahead, Mr. Golden.
For one, I'm glad he cleared that up about that 147. You know, everybody keep talking the bullshit, but it's in the contract. He let it know it's in the contract. You're feeling that the fight has to be at 147, not 154. You know, a lot of people that narrative, oh, why he won't fight him at 154? But he just came out of his mouth and said it's in the contract. It has to take place at 147 unless either fighter come out and write that they can't make the weight no more. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people try to call Crawford a snake. He this and he that. And he came out and told y'all what's in the contract. You feel me? But you're still going to have people going to come out and say, oh, wow, that's bullshit, this and that, there. They're not going to accept the man's word for it. Because at the end of the day, if Earl can't make 154, he need to say he can't make 154. Crawford can't make 147. He didn't say he can't make 147. They move on. You know what I'm saying? But Earl, to my understanding, Earl and his team came out and said they don't give a damn. They're gonna take the fight. You feel me? So Earl might gonna make 147. And then if that's the case, I don't hear nobody saying shit, but Earl will weight drain again. Crawford will weight drain it. The Earl signed a contract, said it must be at 147.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's table it there for a second, gentlemen. I'm gonna play some more of this and we come back to react.
So I got a question for you. I was trying to, so over the years, I've been doing this podcast now 3 years, and I've been trying to tell everybody, Terence Crawford ain't ducking nobody. Like,
Carm, can you tell me when he gets to the Canelo part? Carm, if you stood there, let me know.
he's just not, like, because of, we kind of got the promoters.
For me, myself, and Errol Spence, talking on the phone and really wanting to be great and have a big legacy fight for each other, and the fight would have never came to fruition. I feel as if the promoters, you know, they in it to have leverage and control over everything. So when you look at PBC, you know, Errol had 3 belts. They had 3 belts over there, and they wanted 100% control, and they didn't want to work with Tyrone. So there was nothing that I can do at that point in time to make them fight me. So once I left Tyrone, then I went to the drawing board. Then I came to the table, and I tried to get the fight made in December or before December of last year. It didn't come to fruition because of negotiation reasons. So I took the fight with Avenesian, you know, and at that particular time I came back and I started back the negotiations. Me and Errol started talking and we got the fight made.
So, I mean, is that your opinion, that you think that for sure Errol was never really ducking the fight? He wanted the fight. It was more of like the powers to be that was making it not happen? Because do you ever think Errol was actually trying to duck you, though?
I don't know. I'm not going to say he was trying to duck me. I'm going to just say that he was listening to the people that he paid to do the work that they supposed to do for him. So when you're looking at, you know, somebody that's letting someone control their career and they not controlling their own career, and they stepping forth and telling their boss, like, look, well, he's really the boss. They telling their advisor or their promoter, like, look, this is why I want to fight, and I don't want to fight them other guys. Then, you know, you ducking by default because you want the fight. But they telling you, no, we can go here, we can do this, we don't need that fight, you can fight somebody else. But, you know, if it's about the money, then, you know, you go with the money. But if it's about, you know, legacy and this person that you really feel like you can beat, and you know that he's the other guy in the division, then, you know, you go out there and make the fight happen. And that's what he actually did when the time came around.
So, you know, now you know.
All right, fair enough. Let me hear this last part.
This I've been following on Twitter a little bit too. Have you noticed now that now that you're on top. I mean, to be fair, man, you were always on top, but you weren't getting those big name blockbuster type of fights. But I think now you notice how all these people are calling.
Put my input on things like
trying to find
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, for sure. Jeff, then you got 3 undefeated, dedicated, like strong, powerful, like he's tomato can, this and that. Just because he's not a world.
I lost you for a second.
Okay, yeah. Basically, saying you beating guys and you beating top guys, but they might not have a lot of glitz and glamour behind their name, but they champions.
Wait, and I knocked him out, stopped him. Then they said excuse, and then, but before the fight, it was all he's going to beat me. He was too big. He was this. He was that. Same way with Shawn Porter. Yep. Shawn Porter, did what he did with Errol, and everybody wanted to gauge how he was going to do with me. And once I stopped Shawn Porter and his dad threw in the towel, everybody, Shawn Porter washed up. He's not the same fighter no more, or this and that and this. And when I fought Avanesian, he was ranked number 6 in the whole division.
Yep.
So he's a bum. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this dude then beat whole Shane Mosley. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, this dude then, went tooth and nails with fucking Lamont Peterson. Like, come on, man. Like, the things that these people say, they have no knowledge of these things. They just, go along with the narrative, what people that's trying to tarnish my reputation is putting out. So they just go along with it. Like, he's not fighting nobody.
That's when I started this podcast. It's kind of why I started it. Because
all right, but we can table it there. But we got what we was looking for out of this interview. I'll do a full recap on that. Might do that tomorrow. But moving forward, we got to get to this next topic because I'm looking at the clock, been here way too long. Charlo versus Canelo has no buzz. Canelo has no buzz really. Seems like the caller said earlier, Bud kind of stole the thunder. But I gotta mute that mic, bro. Bud kind of came in and stole the thunder. Talk to me, Jay Martin. Why do you think Charlo and Canelo people aren't that excited about this fight?
I think I didn't hear you.
Because he's black.
No, not only because he's black. I just think that the Charlo brothers, for some reason, their gimmick, and I don't mean gimmick in a negative way, but their thing about being twins and rowdy and etc. It just has not translated into fanfare in terms of their stardom. And as far as Canelo goes, yeah, little Charlo was asking for him years and years ago. I actually had forgotten about that, but all these other guys have been calling out Canelo, and everybody wants to see Canelo versus Benavidez. That's the fight that the public is calling for. And so for the PBC or for the fight to crop up as the little Charlo and not even the big Charlo, it's like, in my opinion, is the main culprit behind this not having much buzz. The only reason I brought up the black thing was because even Terence Crawford said it in an interview that Canelo tends to avoid black fighters. And I don't know if it's for a monetary thing, but I mean, we know that the industry has just not been putting a lot of high profile black fighters together in order to make a big bag. And so my main thought is, yeah, and I agree that Crawford has thrown a monkey wrench into everything. Even the Benavidez, like, people aren't even asking about Benavidez. They weren't even looking forward to.
Of it.
Yeah, niggas ain't even. You forgot all about him. People like, fuck you. Crawford don't came in and jumped the line.
Yeah,
and people are talking about it.
Yeah, so that's a very interesting and exciting development. And so that was my only question. My only question was, man, you guys brought up a little bit earlier that there is a possibility that this fight might flop by Canelo standards. And so my question was like, man, I know, Crawford is hot, but will that throw an extra monkey wrench into it because he's another black fighter? And that they feel like they'll be taking a risk rather than a slam dunk with some other kind of opponent. So.
Okay. Fair enough. What's up, Clips?
Yo, can I say something, Mark Nash?
Let's go first because he just got here and he is a member to the neighborhood and he's been waiting.
I'm just gonna say peace and let y'all cook up, man. Go on and let that brother go on and say his 2 cents and I'll jump in.
Clips, I gotta go ask you though. Why is okay. Go ahead, Mountain King, and then we'll go to Clips. Clips, I need to know why there's no buzz for Charlo and Canelo. Go ahead, Mountain King.
You know why there ain't no buzz for that fight? Because Jermell Charlo, even though I like him, he's not Andre Ward. He's not Roy Jones. He's a good boxer, but Canelo has been at 168 for a minute. And I just can't see him outboxing Canelo. I just can't see it. And Canelo has power. They're going to stop this fight, bro. They're going to stop this fight in like the 5th round. Watch. They're going to stop this fucking fight,
You're doing
bro.
predictions. You're doing a prediction, man.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm not buying it because I know this is about to be a wash. And they're going to stop the fight and people going to get cheated out of their money. It's not going to be competitive at all.
All right, now let me go to Clips. Go ahead, Clips.
I think the reason why we're not seeing too much excitement for Canelo Charlo is it's multifaceted. It's one, the conventional wisdom is Charlo has a puncher's chance and that's it, and not really a very slim puncher's chance if he could go in there and really do something. But from what we see of Canelo, even this older, slower Canelo, that's still going to be a steep hill to climb for Charlo. And more importantly, neither of the Charlo twins have done anything outside of their loyal, diehard fan base to really win over like that respect. Well, yeah, that's a Charlo, though. You know he's going to go in there. We like the last brother said, we know that they're good fighters, they're competitive, but as far as having them up there, like, yeah, man, I don't know, Charlo. Well, you might say that against another fighter, but Canelo, like, come on now, like, you know, this is the guy who a young, inexperienced Canelo had half the world saying, "Oh, damn," when he fought Floyd Mayweather. This might be good. I don't know. So it's like, that's why it's, in my opinion, that's why it's not selling too much, is because outside of their diehard fan base, nobody really give a fuck about the Charlos. Let's just keep it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna put respectfully on it. Like, you know, we acknowledge that they're good, but I don't know too many people out there, fan base, who's calling them great. Now, if Mel can go in there and be great and demonstrate greatness and do something amazing, wow. I'll be, like I've said on your show, since the fight was announced, I'll be the first to give him more props and more respect. But just off the eye test, it's like, man, that boy got to do it.
All right, go. Let me go to Mr. Golden. Go ahead, Mr. Golden. I'll mute your mic.
Now, what I was getting ready to say, I was telling that Martin King his audio was going in and out. We couldn't understand what he was saying. That's when you I was trying to let them know.
I heard him. I heard him.
Couldn't hear nothing, man.
Yo, I hope I'm clear, Mr. Golden.
I heard him. I heard him. I heard him. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, that could have been going in.
I think it's your background noise. You got a TV on in the background.
Unless it's my tablet active.
Yeah, that's your tablet.
That's me.
That's not.
I'm gonna step up. I'm going.
Okay, just being back in. Cool. What was I at? So, basically, in a nutshell, we got a difference of a couple opinions here. And I'm torn in between the middle of what some of you guys are saying here. When it comes down to this fight, let's just keep it a buck. I definitely think another point of contention why the fight, I don't think a lot of people believe in Jermell Charlo outside of his core fans, like Clip said. And what Jay Morton said, a little bit can be true. But historically, Black and Hispanic fights sell very well. That's why I disagree with you. I think the problem is Charlo himself. Not just the personality. He even said, hey, look, I'm trying to rebrand. You know what I'm saying? He's smiling more. He's cracking jokes more. Let people know his personality. Bringing in people more to his lifestyle. But also, let's be honest, he's been out of sight, out of mind. This was not a fight somebody called for. People are actually calling for this Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Another thing is, we seen him get outboxed by Harrison in the first fight. We seen him, some people thought he lost to Castaño in that first fight. You know what I'm saying? So you seen him have these fights where, like, damn, bro, did you win? Did you lose? Was it a draw? Versus Crawford is scorching hot. Crawford looks like he's getting better and better. He's stopping everybody. You know what I mean? And he's making it look easy. Not I'm losing the fight and then I caught him and now I knocked him out. No. This dude is doing some total domination shit. So I think the Crawford Canelo fight will sell. no matter what happened with Charlo. Some people want Charlo out the way anyway. Some people like, man, you need to go in there and get this shit over with so we can see Canelo fight Crawford. They just so certain that it's gonna happen. Seems like it's the fight to make in boxing. Go ahead, though. I'll pass it back around. Go ahead, Jay. Modern King, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the last question. I heard the last thing I heard you say was get this shit out the way.
Yeah, it wasn't a question. I was just making a declarative statement. You know?
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just, when I scan the landscape of things and I go through things in my brain, I say to myself, what would they say to try to stop this fight from happening? And that's what I came up with. I'm hoping for even though that fight scares me, like, if we want to get into the nuts and the X's and O's of it, a fight with Crawford scares me. Although earlier today, there was some statement from a sparring partner for Canelo that he was saying Canelo is slow and he's lazy and he's really slowing down, which kind of gave me some pause.
It's an old sparring partner, correct? He's not in this camp.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I wasn't able to identify. I assumed he was in this new one. Okay.
So he's not still working for Canelo getting a check. Talking like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I don't know.
You get on talk about your job, talk about your boss, and show up Monday and get your check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boxing is crazy.
Nah, it ain't that crazy. Nah, nigga, you talk like that, don't come back to my gym. Matter of
I
fact,
know that's right.
we might jump your ass in here with no gloves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his assignment might be over too.
Hey, Mark, he said he gonna walk in the gym and they gonna lock the door behind him.
Man, what?
Now you can't leave. That's some Bronx tale.
Motherfuckers get beat up in the gym all the time, bro.
All the time, B.
Yo, Canelo must have did a number on him. Yo, I wouldn't fall for it. I wouldn't think that Canelo said I was tired. Like he might have said it, but he might have said it because he was like bored that day or something. Like, I wouldn't fall for it. Like, Crawford played possum against Avanesian a little bit. They thought he was like flat-footed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm looking for. I still think it's a dangerous fight for Crawford. I think it's a very dangerous fight. But I want the fight. That's the fight that I want. I want to see him chase whatever he wants to chase in that history, and I want to see him ride off and with that, telling everybody to kiss his ass. That's my hope.
Did he do it? Who was that I was talking to earlier? I think it was Jerry. Jerry was like, and I should make this a whole topic. I'll probably make this a whole topic one day this week. Should Canelo fight Crawford? Because the argument is he has nothing to gain. He'll be criticized. Jerry said the worse he beat Crawford, God forbid he goes in there and stops him. People were like, you brought a guy up from 3 division, weight bully, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, Crawford called for this fight, though. I think some people actually think Crawford can win. He's like, but if he loses and Canelo wins, Canelo is supposed to win. If he stops him, he's supposed to stop him.
Do y'all think he makes... Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, brother. No, go ahead.
I was about to ask, do y'all think people are making... Does anybody make any connection between, this being like Canelo's redemption versus Floyd Mayweather? Like him fighting Crawford? You got the number one.
I think that's reading too much into it. I don't think it has much to do with Floyd, but Canelo's coming out party was in some ways his first loss when you saw him fighting the alpha dog of the time, and you saw him as the young lion who, no, he's not quite ready yet, but he's next. Now we watched the Canelo era, and now we're entering into the Terence Bud Crawford era, and so I think that the only way you could kind of add some validity to your statement is he is definitely capping his career by not only fighting the alpha that precedes him, but he will also be fighting the alpha that comes after him, and that definitely would solidify him as a true champion of his era, because it's not like he ducked somebody and then when he started getting slow or old, all of a sudden somebody else came up. No, they had to come up and come through me.
Yeah, and that's the angle that I was looking at.
Well, this is a little different for me because I feel like Canelo is still the top dog in boxing, whether he's Mexican or whether he's American, and Crawford had to come up. He's fighting all of the odds. If he beat Canelo, that's crazy because Canelo's been at that weight division for a minute, and Crawford moving up 2 weight divisions to fight him.
3.
To me, that's greatness. That it don't get no better than that.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
That's
That's why I said if we get the Canelo Crawford fight, what this is, it's all right for the Canelo Alvarez camp. This is, God damn it, I'm still the man. And Bud's great, but you know what? Bud still can't fuck with me. I'll go out on my terms. If Bud's able to get that, it's God damn it, this is my time. I am the man. And even his haters just got to shut the fuck up, especially if Bud can go in there and get a stoppage. I think the one thing as far as the people for Canelo who say it's not worth Canelo, I think that comes down to the stoppages. Because if Canelo stops him, it's like, well, shit, he's 3 divisions below you. You're supposed to do that. But if Bud goes out there and stops Canelo, it's like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that's gonna be at least 3 months of content for Mark.
Is there any value in beating the number one, like the pound for pound, number one fighter in the world for Canelo at this point, or no?
Well, Canelo still thinks he's the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world.
Right.
Let him tell it. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world. They come to see me.
Yeah, are we talking boxing or are we talking box office?
I'm just saying both. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the number 1 attraction. I'm the future Hall of Famer. I'm that dude. I got the accolades.
Canelo is the most entertainment to me because when he beat freaking Rocky Fielding and that other dude, Callum Smith, when he beat Callum Smith, to me, I stopped hating Canelo right after he fucking beat the shit out of Callum Smith. And Callum Smith almost had the knockout of the year like last year, I think. Like he knocked a dude out. So he came back from that loss. Like Canelo has did some shit, bro. To me, he's did more shit than anybody as far as weight classes go. You see what I'm saying? Like if he give Bud a shot, then that helps make boxing even greater than ever. You see what I'm saying? That's like some old, like some legendary shit. Like fight a guy who we know got the prowess to box and hit hard, and Canelo's kind of small. And if Crawford fight him, if Canelo want to fight him, he can ride off into the sunset. I don't care who the fuck win that fight. I just want to see the fucking fight. You see what I'm saying? That's all I want to see is the fucking fight, bro.
Now I give you about 60 to 70% agreement on that one statement that if Canelo does decide to make that fight, regardless of who wins, he would be able to ride off into the sunset because that truly is a gift of boxing that he would have to give. Like, because if he doesn't take the fight, nobody's going to blame him for not taking the fight.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
Do you think he has a way out just because Bud is so small? He's a naturally smaller guy, so you think he gets a way out by saying, yo, I'm not going to get no credit for fighting this guy? When really a lot of us like, bro, we give you credit for fighting him, like, because some of us think he's going to beat you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I give him credit, and I think it's a way out because, Crawford said the same thing about Gervonta, but he also changed courses as well. It was like, well, shit, if he want to come up and be great like everybody else, let him come up. And so,
but that was, because he was never talking about going down to weight. That came from Tank saying he was going to come up and I can knock out Crawford at 140.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, that gives him a way out, but he also, both of them course corrected.
But I don't think Crawford is joking.
No, I don't either.
Tank was joking about fighting Crawford.
Yeah, but I don't think Crawford believed that. Like I don't think.
I think Crawford's answer, if you go back to that interview and look at Bud's face and watch his body language, his whole kinesiology is, oh, that's wild. But nigga, if you want to come up, you can get this smoke.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I don't believe him. He's just talking shit. It was like, you know what? I know you got I know you got a name, and I know I can get a bag. So if you want to come up,
yeah. But my thing is, and that's the same thing. Like, and Canelo put that out there. He said just like he told Gervonta, like, come up here. He was like, hey, if you come up here, we'll see. And that's what Canelo's been saying. We'll see. We'll see.
Right, that was my main point.
You never know.
Yeah, that was my main point. My main point was like Crawford course corrected. Crawford said the same thing, but then he course corrected once he realized, well, it is a big fight. Shit, if he want to come up and get it, then let him come get it. And I feel like Canelo did the exact same thing at first. Like, no, he's too small. But then he said, well, shit, you never know in boxing. Boxing is a crazy sport.
Right, and that was and then Crawford said, I'll come up there. Because first it was the catch weight.
Right.
Canelo said that. Crawford's like, well, fuck it, I will come up there. Right. And ever since then, he sucked the life out of this Canelo Charlo fight. Right. I'm gonna keep it a buck, yo.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But like, can we
want to see this shit is like hardcore Canelo fans, boxing fans gonna see it just because Canelo's a star attraction. He's box office, right? But I don't know a lot of people, putting the house on Charlo, man.
Nah.
I don't think they put the doghouse on Charlo.
See, the thing about Charlo. Charlo's a good athlete. Well, and I guess you said you're going to go over this tomorrow. Like, can he win? But in my opinion, Charlo's a good athlete. He's got some good skills. He started off as a good boxer as opposed to a puncher when he was with Ronnie Shields. But my biggest thing is Canelo has fast reflexes, fast twitch, but he's got intelligence too. He's got experience and intelligence. And I'm not always satisfied with the intelligence portion and the adjustment portion that Charlo shows in the ring. He seems to get have a one-track mind, and if that's not working, he's just going to keep going back to it, and he's always got good stamina. His intensity and his stamina is good, which I really enjoy, but it's just I don't see him outthinking. I just don't see him outthinking Canelo.
Jamar, fuck all of that. He's been out the ring for 16 months.
Oh yeah, that too. And with an
injury, and he's up 2 division.
Yep.
We don't know what we gonna see from Charlo in there. We can see the best ever because he needed that layoff, and that hand is super strong. And the other, maybe his opposite hand is gonna be even stronger because he's been working on that.
Right.
Who knows?
Yep, that's true.
Don't know what. Maybe he's gonna be stronger. Maybe he's gonna be sluggish.
Yep.
Maybe Canelo slow down just enough, and this guy's coming up being really strong. Like, we don't know what we're gonna see.
Yeah, true. And that's the intrigue around the fight.
But yeah, and that's the only intrigue around it.
Yep.
But for the most part, like, bro, you coming up in weight and you coming off a layoff, you probably gonna be a little slower. You're probably not gonna be sharp. Your time is gonna be off. You know what I'm saying? Your movement will be slower. Like the time, like the biggest asset he probably had was the speed.
Yep.
Side note, I'm looking on FanDuel right now. They got Saul Alvarez at minus 430 with Jermell Charlo plus 300.
Wow.
Enough said.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yep.
You said $100 on Charlo get you $300, right?
Yep, plus 300.
Yep.
Wow. But you got to put up $450 to win 100 on Canelo.
Yeah, 430. Yep.
All right, that tells you a lot right there, right?
Yeah. That's why I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but while y'all was talking, I just looked it up on FanDuel. You saw I caught myself. That's why we play the pause game. Watch your words, people. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate Charlo. See, I like Charlo. There's things that I like about him. I just think I don't like the way they're handling this promotion. I don't know if Canelo put some sort of clause like you must respect me or something in his contracts. I don't like that, but I like the way Charlo seems to. He's really into his work. He'll do whatever it takes to. Like, he's got a chip on his shoulder too, and I like that about him. Like, I see the team around him. I see him doing cycling. I see him doing everything and all the intangibles that he thinks he needs to do to win. I just don't know if he can execute on this fight, and that's the tragedy of the PBC fighters lately. Like, they're all like a year plus in the hole in terms of the last time they fought. Like, all of the big ones. I'm like, what's going on? And so that's why I don't have much faith in it. And I think it's a tragedy that they took his WBO strap. Like, they made him, they reduced his undisputed status for this fight. Like, that's the tragedy.
That's all him. That's that inactivity, regardless of injury or whatever. Like, him and his brother were sitting with belts for quite a long time and not active. And so it's like, okay, how long can you go before something is, something's got to be said, and we got to do something. I understand why they put. I'm not even mad. It's not like them hating on him. It's like, okay, all right, glad to see you back in the ring, but you're not fighting at the weight of your belts. And so, if you're not willing to pay any sort of penalties or whatever like that, I don't know how we can not do anything. We've got to address this type shit.
I just think.
Go ahead.
I just think an undisputed champ, like the very first one ever, I just think he deserves just a little bit more consideration. Like I feel like if that's the case, then mandate that he fights Zoo next, or if that's the route that y'all want to go. Like I'd rather see him and Zoo versus Zoo and Mendoza, or just have Zoo be emailed the championship, or email the title. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I've heard the WBO president on interview, like he doesn't seem like that type. He seems to do what the fighters want to do. He seems like that just sounded really strange when the news came out that he was being stripped the moment the bell rings. Like, it's like, what? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, that just goes to show you that they were trying to get him to go ahead and at least defend your belt before that. And if you are that set on go ahead and fighting Canelo, well then, yeah, saying the minute that bell rings, yeah, bro, we gotta take your belt. Like they're trying to give him every out or whatever, but they're not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel you. This is a big fight, but if you take that fight, you're putting me in a position where I got to do something. Once again, I don't think it's as malicious as people like to make it out, as much as, hey, we, this has been so long, we've got to say and do something.
I hear you. I mean, I guess I feel like they could have made an interim title. They could have done a bunch of stuff to let this man handle his business and then
got an interim title. Tim Zoo got the interim title.
Oh, he does? Oh,
yeah,
man. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If
you put this fight off, and now you get injured, then you get the fight. Like this guy's been active too. So yeah, they had to move forward.
Okay. I can accept it.
But I hate the timing of it though. If you gonna move forward, you could have moved forward now. It's like, nope, giving him every chance to anything could happen. He can get injured. Or who knows? Anything can happen, I guess. I don't know. Canelo could get injured, and then this guy say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna come back down and defend my title."
Yeah,
right. That's the thing. I think they're actually giving him grace. Like, listen, if this does happen and that bell rings, well, then we got to do this. But in the meantime, you never know.
But that's my problem, though. Not the bell ring clips. I totally disagree with you on that.
Okay,
you guys can wait till the outcome of the fight. What's the difference between that 36 minutes? I'm gonna tell you what happens in that 36 minutes. If he wins that fight, he becomes the first man to be 2 times undisputed simultaneously. He will have he will be undisputed at 154 and 168 at the exact same time if he wins that fight. Right. They don't want that to happen. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean they are taking that opportunity.
They waiting right there to the bell ring. Like, come on, Clips. They could wait to the end of the fight, whether he win or lose. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna do what we do.
Right.
But I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that rebuttal. That's a very valid point.
Even if it was for 24 hours, he was 2-time undisputed simultaneously 154 and 168 at the same time. Even if it was 24 hours. No, they're doing that intentionally.
Yeah. That champ status.
Yeah, to take something away from it historically, bro. If he's able to pull it off. But that's what I got, man, on this one. Y'all got any final thoughts, man? Because I got to slide. Got some other content I got to get done.
No, I'm good, man. Everybody hit the like and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on and join the membership to the best YouTube neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, out here in these streets. And, you know what I'm saying, holla at your boy Mark Nash, and this is that guy. Shout out to 330. Shit's been wild out here in these streets. These youngins need to calm down. So everybody hug your loved ones. And, you know what I'm saying, just remember that it's not, believe it or not, it may seem like that in that moment, but if you just wait a little bit, you'll see it's not that important. So, you know what I'm saying, sometimes everybody just take a second and breathe.
Indeed. Well, I got nothing. All I want to say is, as always, important. Thank you so much for having me and spending a little bit of your precious time with me. So, take care,
man. If you want to plug your channel or anything?
No, not at all. Thank y'all.
If you want to plug your channel?
You know what I'm saying? You guys can subscribe to That Guy 330. He got a YouTube channel. I'll probably be going live. I'll be definitely doing some more lives in the next few weeks, just depending on how everything in life plays out. You know, October's a big month for me. It's birthday month, so we definitely gonna be having our energy up. But other than that, man, everybody just catch me out here in these YouTube streets, and you can probably catch me in the neighborhood. That's all the more reason for y'all to hit that like, subscribe, and go on and join the membership. You feel what I'm saying? Because more than likely, if I throw up some smoke signals, it'll be after we cook up something here on Breaking Beats.
Salute. Appreciate it. All right, Clips. I'll see you in the next one, bro.
Peace,
all right, Jay. All right, man. It's been another great episode of Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. Like to let the jokes fly. You know why. Life is serious enough, man. Life getting real serious in boxing right now between the 147 division and 168. But damn, 154, 160. Quiet. Nobody's even making any moves other than Tim Tszyu, right? Fundora got stopped. Yeah, man. I think Lubin got a fight coming up, right? Lubin's gonna be on his card. But yeah, man, 60 is definitely super quiet. So should be real interesting what happens over the course of the next few weeks. And of course, we'll be right back here to cover it. Without further ado, let's do this Neighbors Only roll call, man. Because I gotta go.
They are here tonight because they want to change in their life and they want to change in their community.
Shout out to these members, man. Let's close it out.
What do you mean by that? Your back is broken. What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal. My boy T.Y. Stay Fly. Big Hove, I thought I told you. In Conquest. I am _ Cam Edwards. Deuce.
What up?
Is that Stephen Brimley? Shout out to the Unboxed fan, Brim Reaper.
What up, gangsta?
Michael James, excuse me, 616.
What up?
Johnny Goodman, what's up, man? Stone Tangerine, Stay Mean, Megazar, Ace Retro, Ill Status Boxing, Patricia Shelton, that guy Clips 330, Stephen Bateman, all the way in Australia.
What up, gangsta?
I know boxing, Ricardo Johnson, Wanda Villa, the Rilla, aka Epoxy Magic, AJ, he don't play, Electro Jazz, they getting his bread, Miguel Ramos, on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr., the XO Factory, Dub Right Side, Mr. Gold in the Back End King,
what up, gangsta?
Raheem the Dream Soto, like that, my brother LD, and he just like that.
What up, gangsta?
Girl behind the mic, John Nori came to tell his story. Major Key Boxing, what's poppin'? Cooking with the champ, aka Champion Heart. On the floor with Shelton Moore, SLG, Sam F, Kendall, D-Lo 404 Boxing, what's poppin'? Carmen Serene with the Serene Saturdays.
What up, gangsta?
Nick Rich in his bitch. Shout out to Nikki in Central Florida. What up, sis?
What up?
Aaron Parker, Taylor Bell,
What
Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another all the way in Canada.
What up, gangsta?
Shout out to Canada.
What up?
Fistiana Fights.
What up?
She just might.
What up?
Jacob Sims, that's him.
What up?
Haplo, let's go.
What up?
DJ MFB.
What up?
Miss Queen Sunkissed.
What up?
Beyond the Ring with No Nito and Rachel Donaire.
What up?
True Media Today, True USA Boxing. This Coach Malachi Williams.
What up?
Puro.
What
Full
up?
Revolution.
What up?
KP from KC5.
What up?
Matt Wade.
What up?
Beyond Above Media.
What up?
Pittsburgh T.
What up?
SF City Slicker.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Here to There.
What up?
Maddie Yoel.
What up?
Cliff Bailey.
What up?
Con Shawnery.
What up?
Lisa Bell, she never fails.
What up, gangsta?
HLD.
What up?
Cooker with Sir Senior.
What up?
D Bevel the champ.
What up?
And of course the big fish himself, my good brother Dare Lincoln.
What up, gangsta?
All right, man. I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you, and so does Mark Nash in the neighborhood here at Breaking Beats. Hey, man. Dreams require sleep. Goals require effort. Go to my website, or you can click the link in the description. Copy some merch. Got some flip flops, some hats, some bucket hats, coffee mugs, all kind of good stuff for you. And support the brand, all right, in a major way. And I appreciate you. Hey, look, man. Respect is free. Disrespect gonna cost you everything. Your family, your freedom, your finances, most importantly, your life. So let's show each other love. Let's show each other respect. Hey, sometimes we're gonna agree, sometimes we're gonna disagree. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure, homeboy. Never forget this.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
And I mean that shit. Drive, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Nah, Dr. Mark, God made this possible. And so did viewers like you. I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all check out my shorts too, man. We be dropping a lot of YouTube shorts, man. Some good ones too. I think you guys will like it. Peace.